Angie, I
Hi, how
fear
are you?
the retrograde gotcha.
I had my phone, an iPad, and two different laptops, and none of them will recognize my microphone. So I don't know what it is. Like, and I've been sitting here since like 5:30, ready to go. Like everything's ready to go. My drink ready to go. Everything's set up, ready to go. And then as soon as you sent me the link, everything went haywire. I'm like, oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy? It's just unbelievable. It's like, but that's retrograde at its finest, right?
Definitely.
Oh my goodness. Christine popped in. Christine saying, "Hey, how are you?" Maybe added to the list tonight. Yes, Christine, you are first on the list tonight because we're just getting rolling.
Hey.
Retrograde bit us in the butt, so we're running a little bit behind. But we have defeated retrograde, or at least for a while. Christine, I hope your week was good. Angie, I hope your week is good so far. How's it been
It
going?
is good thus far. Today was my last day at my old job at the state of Arizona. So I'm going to
Woo-hoo!
my new job on Monday and I get the weekend sort of off. But other than that, it has been a good day. Like, I was just in an overall good mood. It might have just been because today was my last day.
It could
But
be.
I have been in a very good mood. Lots of visions, lots of dreams, lots of chatter. I think Samuel was tired of me because I'll be like, wait, Samuel, what? And he'd be like, yes, Angie. So,
That is so funny. It was interesting for everybody when Angie was looking for a job way back when, and I did a reading for her, and I told her she was going to be at the place she's at, and she's like, I don't know. And then she took something else, and I'm like, Angie, the stepping stone. I keep seeing you back at the same place, and then lo and behold, you know,
I'm back.
they
Maybe
said
I'm back.
Spirit sent her right
But
back to the
with an
same place.
increase in pay, so I'll take that.
There you go. Better situation. That's always good, right?
Yes. Yes. I had to bring out my straight hair today because it was just all about business today.
I hear you. And good morning, good evening to Christine, to Roxanne, to
Roxanne,
Natural Divine Goddess, to Creating Balance, to Angel Eyes, and
Jojo,
Jojo. Welcome everybody. So wonderful to see the Soul Tribe here. You guys are always
naturally divine
lovely.
goddess says, hello, bishops.
Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Oh my gosh, this is
Oh,
amazing.
sorry to hear that, Angel Eyes. I am so sorry to hear that. Hopefully, he didn't suffer too much or something.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear the news. You're in
I'm sorry to
Tampa.
hear that also.
Yeah, I think you're in Tampa, aren't you? I'm not sure. Hello, Divinely Guided. Nice to see you in as well. So, hello, everyone, everyone, everyone. So, hopefully, again, Angel Eyes, hopefully
Yes.
he wasn't too much of a suffering, and we'll definitely give you a reading and kind of let you know what's happening there. So, my condolences to you and your family. Absolutely.
Yes.
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 And
So
tonight, we're
anything
doing
interesting happened to you today?
not today. Today was just a very, thank goodness, a very slow, crazy day. I think I told you guys about the radio station and the changing of the channels. That was crazy. That's probably like the last thing that happened that was kind of crazy. For those people who don't know what I'm talking about, I was driving the other evening, and I was listening to the station in the car, and it was, a more upbeat, modern music, and then all of a sudden it changed. Yeah, Jojo, we'll add you to the list, absolutely. And don't forget to let hi Tina. Tina Trinkets and Tarot. When you join in, make sure that if you want a reading, let us know it's general or specific. And tonight, Kina's with us, and Kina is doing the moderating, and so she'll keep track of the list and help us kind of run things smoothly as that way. So let her know whether you want it general or specific, and a specific what it would be. But anyway, so for those of you who didn't remember, I was driving in the car. All of a sudden, the change in tempo, and I'm getting 80s music, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, Endless Love, Phil Collins, Take a Look at Me Now, Janet Jackson, and so forth. And I'm just loving this music, and I'm this is good. And all of a sudden, it says, "This is WPSE, Baltimore, Maryland," and I'm like, "What? I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. How in the heck did I get a Baltimore station on the radio in Scottsdale, Arizona?" And it was crazy. So I thought, this is interesting. So I enjoyed it to the end. Then when I got home, I was like, this doesn't make sense. I went to the other car, turned the radio on, and of course, the next day, anyway, the point is, turn it on and it's playing Scottsdale music. And I'm thinking the same station, same everything. It was crazy. That's what I'm talking about. So this week, nothing happened.
You know that the Janet Jackson's documentary comes on this weekend on Lifetime.
Yeah, that's what you had said. Absolutely.
So that maybe that's
it could be. It could be.
Yeah,
And
I'm looking forward to watching that. Hi, Lovebird.
Welcome, Lovebird. So we have people popping in. Everybody, just to kind of give you a reminder, Angie and I are using, and also Sean and I tomorrow, we use the same thing. We use what's called Restream, and under Restream, we're on many platforms at one time. So we're streaming on YouTube, Angie's, YouTube mine, Facebook, Angie's, Facebook mine, and Twitch mine. So we're out there on all these different platforms. So even if you see only one or two people on your platform, that does not mean there's only one or two people on. There are many people on. And so don't be surprised if you're hearing us answer questions to people. Unfortunately, because of the way the platform works, it doesn't allow everybody to see everybody else's question, but we can see everybody's question. So anyway, just keep that in mind, is because some people pop in from time and they're like, well, but there's nobody here and you're wanting them to read. I'm like, yeah, but they're on different platforms. So, so right now we have 10 people on throughout the various platforms, which is kind of nice. Anyway, with that said, we are going to do a little bit of a different thing before we do our readings for individuals. Angie and I talked about it, and we are going to do a reading for Oprah. We're going to do an Oprah reading tonight, and it's a cold read, they call it. And the reason why you call it a cold read is because she's not in front of us. But we decided, you know what? There's something going on. The energy was right, so we're going to do it. So we're going to give Oprah Winfrey a reading.
This is my
tonight.
Oprah hair, like straight business hair for Oprah.
Exactly. And then we'll get right to the list. So let's see what's going on.
All right. Are you going to do the cards or okay?
I'm
going to see what I can get. I've been asking all day, Samuel, do you have any good information for Oprah? Do you have any information for Oprah? So let me see if he's actually going to give me some good information.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I did pick up today was because when I was studying on this and thinking in my head is that I think she just had a recent deal blow up on her. It was supposed to be a really good deal. It was supposed to be a bigger deal, something to do with publishing. Not so much. It wasn't so much.
She needs some talent.
I don't know exactly, but I saw a situation where they hit a roadblock and it blew up, and so it's not whatever it was came to an end. And it is finito. I don't know if they're going to revive it later on, but I did see that, and I saw that has caused some a rippling effect with her and with her situation. But I did see that, and I also saw that it was about an ego, a man's ego. He was just being himself, I guess, but it wasn't helping the situation. And so that's the one thing that I really got caught up on was that thing blowing up on her. And she's like, I'm out. And she walked and this creative deal. And it was like a publishing, multi kind of faceted deal, but it was about publishing. And I don't know if she was buying a publishing house or whether she was making a deal to pay a bigger part of an ownership of a publishing house. But I saw her into publishing, and I saw her doing something with publishing in a publishing house. And that went out the way. And it's not a book deal. It's not like her own book or something. It wasn't about that at all. This was a publishing situation, and it looked like she was investing in it, or she was going to be part of it, or something like that. And it went bye-bye.
Okay. So when I look, I ask, is there any information that they want to show me? I feel immediately boxed in, but then they show me like a stage with a curtain. The curtains are closed, and there's a whole bunch of people in the audience, and they're all raising their hands saying, me, 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 me. So to me, that feels like people always trying to get my attention, always trying to get me to see them, to help them, to do something for them, but they all have on wigs. They have on like they have on wigs like they did back, like the courts used to have, like those white wigs. They have on wigs like that. So I'm asking Spirit what that is. And it's like, she feels like everybody is judging her, one. And then two, she feels like everybody is wearing a mask. She doesn't get any genuine people generally, like when she's out and about and she meets people, she doesn't seem like she gets genuine people, because everybody is looking for the Oprah effect, Oprah to do something for them, Oprah to be this, Oprah to be that. And so I feel really boxed in, but I also don't feel at ease. Like I feel like I have to always be on guard and see, is this person honest? Is this person not honest? What is this person trying to get from me? And then also knowing that they're judging me, but the things that they're saying to me are not true, how they truly feel, because they want something from me. So the judgment that they're showing me, like it's like and all the people in the audience have on robes. They have on black robes, and then they have the white hair. And she's not even on the stage. The stage is blank. They're wanting to be called up to the stage so that they can have their time. And that's how she feels, overwhelmed by people always trying to pitch, get her to do something for them. That's how I see it. And that's the feeling I get. Like I have to distance myself from them in order to just make it through my regular day. Like it seems like it's an overwhelming everyday thing. She's encountering so many people who want so much from her. That's how they present it to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead. And then if I get any more.
Okay. Ooh, patience, the temperance card. Oprah, be patient. Apparently you're going to need it because of that blow up I was talking about. Be patient. The temperance card there. Find balance. Find balance. Try to find a way to maybe the balance, maybe even the balance issue of this is trying to find a way to see if you can revive the situation or to salvage it in some way. There is news coming in. There is news coming in. The news is coming in that's going to it's going to increase the bottom line, your bottom line, because this is that Page of Pentacles was such nice. And the Magician's here, and it's like, you know what, Oprah, you can do whatever you want. Oprah has the magician power, so she can create, she can make things happen. She can do many things, and so this is her letting her know that if she wants to make this deal happen and save it, she can do it. She can salvage it, especially with this, again, that Temperance card first. The Temperance card is find the balance, find something that will make it work, and if she really wants it, she can do it. But I think it's dead. Again, I got the feeling, and look, the Justice card's there. Again, that's balance. That's if it is, it is, and if it isn't, move on.
That's that justice.
Yep.
But I also see like a murky stream. So like there's two buildings that are really close together, and there's a little stream that's in between, but it's murky, dirty water. So when it's dirty water, to me, it's emotions, but they're not clear. You can't see clearly through the emotions. So there's really some emotional stuff, but the buildings doesn't make me seem like it's home. It's more business. So it isn't clear. I feel like it's on par with what you're saying with the deal not falling through, but there's emotions tied to it. Like I'm getting the sense of anger. Like it like we didn't end this peacefully. Like there was some anger, there were some emotions tied to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Super.
And I think that's like, yeah, they're just showing me now the water, the buildings, and then that overall like feeling of confusion emotionally, not like mentally, but just emotionally. It's not a hurtful feeling. It seems like it's a distant feeling. Like I've already shut that emotion down. I've already boxed it up, and I'm already moving on. Like this is something that I know how to do. This is something that I do. I don't hold on to it. We have our moment. We have our discussion. We move forward, and it's done. That's how it seems. Like whatever happened, it ended, and now I'm moving forward to the next step. I don't hold on to it.
Right. Super. Think we got it? Is that about it?
That's it. That's all I see.
Okay. Hopefully it helps you, Oprah. Hopefully Oprah's listening. If you know Oprah, send the message forward.
You're right. I knew you were right.
Exactly. Send the message forward. We're sending energy to Oprah. Oprah's one of Angie's favorites. So we did the Oprah read tonight. Tomorrow morning, actually, by the way, Sean and I are going to read for Meryl Streep. We're going to do a Meryl Streep reading. Yes. And so that's going to be quite interesting too. I've already been doing some connecting and I have a few things I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
And Oprah are here. She gonna be like, Angie, you were totally right.
She's like, I got this. Christine said, would like to know who's coming toward me in love. Anyone this year? Love read, please.
Okay. I get a strong pull for Valentine's Day. Like you really want, like you don't want to be alone for Valentine's Day. Is how I really get that pull on my heart when I start to do the energy. Like I get all the romance. Like you want the flowers, you want the candy, you want the all that good and warm, gushy, warm feeling inside. That's how I get it. As far as someone coming towards you, I see. Okay, wait. Let me make sure. I see two gentlemen walking upstairs. They're going to a building, so they're business suits. They're carrying a briefcase. One has on like a trench coat. One has on like a dark suit. But they have silver hair. I don't feel like this is your suitor. Yeah, Don, you can go ahead. I'm not getting anything for the love, not for a partner, for a feeling of wanting to be loved, but not, I don't see a partner.
Well, I realized that as I was sniffling, I could hear myself on the thing, and I'm like, oh no, that's not good. So I make sure, I apologize. My mic is very sensitive, apparently. So I will make sure I mute it before I have to sniffle or something. But with that said, Christine, the first card that came out was the High Priestess. The High Priestess card. And so when the High Priestess card is there, it's like you're going through your own evolution. You're going through your own spiritual growth. You're going through your own destiny. And so during this period, there's so much more that you don't know. And that's also when you see the Priestess, you notice here the tarot card by her, that it's in her thing. It's because she doesn't know certain things. And so as you evolve through this is probably a good time to not be necessarily in a relationship, because again, you're finding more about yourself, and to make sure that you evolve and open up completely, you're going to want to make sure that there's no kind of bonds that tie you down so much. Now the Wheel of Fortune is here, which is nice. And so when as the year goes through, as you were progressing through, I do see you finding somebody finally. But it's funny because you're going to have more than one choice. There's not going to be just one person type. So you're going to have a few choices by mid-year. I see it by mid-year. I would say by somewhere around August, September, you're going to find somebody. And by October, it's going to be very close with you. Again, you guys are going to be very fired up at that point. So it's going to be close. But the first 3 months, it's going to be very kind of like a very exploratory situation, very, very what do you call it? It's like, again, it's like you're going slow. You're going to go slow with this. It's not like boom. It's not like instant love at first sight. It's not, craziness and energy and all that stuff, and you lose your thinking. That's the opposite. This is more of a slow and steady kind of progression, and that's the case. But the good part is the slow and steady pays off in the end, because this is the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles tells you home, happiness, hearth, those kind of things. So it's going to work out. And again, that newness with happiness, and that's the happiness card, the new happiness, and that new happiness comes with that relationship. But I would not be I wouldn't worry about not being in a relationship so much. I wouldn't panic about it. I wouldn't have the issue with it, because again, I don't think this is the right time for it. But it's coming, and you will see yourself again in the relationship in earnest, I would say by October. But I think like August, September is where you're going to meet, and you're going to kind of start getting to know each other. But by October, it's going to be cemented into something that's what you can tell everybody is a true relationship. That's what I'm seeing. Anything else good, Angie?
Are you going through a legal battle? Because all of the love they blocked out, but the two gentlemen that were walking up to the building, I keep hearing that they're helping you, like they're resolving an issue with you. Like I feel like there's something to do with family legal issues or something to do with legal issues. But these people are coming in to, it seems like they're coming in to help you in some way. There's two older men. They have white hair, and they're wearing suits, and they're walking up the steps to a building with big columns. So it may be a courthouse, but I don't see that they're there for like it doesn't seem romantic. Like they're there to help. They're here to resolve some issues. They're carrying a briefcase. So if it's not a legal issue, then it's something to do with business. But it is two gentlemen walking together, talking, and they are appearing to me to be a team for you to help you out. But you're saying no, you're not going through any legal battle. So it may be something at work, but I don't get anything with love. Like I don't get any pulls regarding romance at all.
Yep. And again, that could probably be because this is not the right time for it. And again, this is a time for you of self-exploratory, self-evaluation, self-understanding to get ready for your next phase. So I would be focusing on that. It will come eventually, but be patient. Be patient, and don't try to make something happen. That's probably the opposite of what would be beneficial to you. So again, try not to make something happen. Hopefully, it helped you, Christine. With the next reading, that will be Roxanne, and Roxanne is asking for a general reading. After Roxanne, we have Naturally Divine Goddess, and then Creating Balance, and then Angel Eyes, Jojo, Divinely Guided, and Tiny Trinkets. If anybody else is out there and has not heard their name, make sure we remember that. I know Lovebird wanted to be added to the list. So Lovebird, I think maybe you might be number 9, and let us know if it's general or specific.
When I asked what information they have for you, they showed me 2 little boys or 2 little children I'm thinking under the age of 10 or under the age of 12, sitting on the couch. There's blinds behind them and they're sitting on this black or dark colored sofa, and they're just kind of bored, just waiting on someone to finish doing their work, or for someone to, like, they're anticipating that they have to go somewhere, or they're kind of bored. It's just 2 little kids. I hear the word grandkids, so they may be your grandkids. They're very young or younger, like under 12, and they're sitting on this couch or sofa, and they're just waiting on you to pay attention, or someone to pay attention to them, to like maybe you're supposed to be taking them somewhere, you're supposed to be doing something interactive, but you're busy with other things in the house that are keeping you from paying attention to them, and they're just patiently waiting, but they're getting restless, and they're waiting on you to pay attention to them. Like everybody's too busy to pay attention to the little children, is what I'm seeing. You can go ahead, Don.
Well, welcome, Chally. Welcome, beautiful Sag, and welcome, Yasmin. Welcome, all of you. You guys just joined us here, and we'd like to say hello and hope all is well with you guys. Man, the cards went flying. Woohoo! It's like, what's up with that?
They're waiting to go on vacation. Okay. Because I'm like, they're sitting there and they're just restless, and they're just kind of moving this way and they're moving that way. And they're just like, they're being patient. They're not, rough housing or doing anything. They're just sitting there waiting on someone to pay attention to them so they can do whatever it is. But there's an anxious anticipation about whatever it is that's supposed to happen. Okay. So that makes sense. Is it somewhere with water or a water park? Like I see like a water slide or them going down. Like I feel like it's going to be fun. Like they are going to have an amazing time. Like I see sunshine. I see water going down. Like I hear that there may be something about finances, but I feel like it's going to be fun. Like you don't have to worry about finances. It's just going to be simple things that they're going to love, like outside exploring things. But it does seem to be a sunny place. It does seem to be water. It does seem to be fun. Like I see, okay, Jamaica, yeah. Okay, so I see the water. I see the laughter. I see them being okay. Like I don't see it. Like it seems like there may be a little bit like, is it going to be affordable? But it seems to be it seems to be okay. Like whatever money you need is coming to you, so you don't have to worry about it. But I do see you going to wherever it is that you need to go, and the kids having a great time. Okay, you can go down. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to read these cards, and the interesting thing about the cards, the thing that keeps coming out most, is that you during this trip, you want to. I'm not surprised at 3 weeks. We see the 3 weeks here. This is a 3 of Wands. During the trip, be careful to not let tensions get too raw, because something's going to happen during the trip that's going to test some patience. And if it's not handled properly, it's going to ratchet up into something that may be a little oh gosh, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, the point is be more patient and more peaceful than usual, because I'm getting this really impatient energy that's around you for this trip. And I don't know if it's like anxiety for travel. It's like, I don't know if you get a little bit anxious when you travel, or somebody with you, somebody's getting very anxious about it. And this is not new, because again, this is the Hierophant card. So it's telling you it's not a new condition. There's somebody who's done this, who has this situation happen. But if they're not careful, this could blow up into something and kind of make the whole trip a mess. And so be careful during the trip. Try to help people stay chill. But if they're starting to get ratcheted up, make sure that they aren't, that you don't join in, that you don't. Sometimes it's easier just to stay out of it and say, you know what, y'all take care of that on your own. Because if you're drawn in, you won't win. You're going to lose no matter what, because somebody's going to say, you took their side or whatever. So in this situation, and again, the problem is you're not going to know all the information that created the problem, because it's all mostly about the emotions and anxiety. So be careful while you're on this trip to not let the anxiety and the emotions and all that stuff run wild with you. Let it go off your back, and if there's drama that happens, let the drama happen on its own. Don't join in, and try not to take sides, because again, it's going to be one of the persons on the trip pitted against the other, and they'll be looking to you to try to be the arbiter. Don't be the arbiter, not in this situation, and you should have a good trip otherwise. The other thing that we're told is rest. Make sure you get a lot of rest during this trip. You need rest. You need some rest and recuperation. But again, avoid the conflict. Avoid the conflict. You don't want that conflict. That's pretty much what I'm getting, Angie.
Yeah, I got the anxious energy, but I got it from the kids ready to anticipate to go, and then the nervousness or the other emotion that I got was just on being able to pay for the trip. Like that was the other anxious, but it seems that it all comes together, and I see the children having a great time.
Yeah, and I think
that's all
exactly. Yeah, as long as they don't get into the drama of the family drama. I'll put it that way. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful about that. Just don't let yourself drawn into that. Next, and hopefully it helps you, Roxanne. Have a great vacation if you're going along with them. I guess you are going along with them. Have a great vacation if that's the case, and enjoy yourself. By the way, internet works over there too. So while you're there, you can send us pictures and let us know how things go. I bet it's going to be a beautiful place.
She says we are building, so we need to see the results. What are you building? Oh, I don't know. Like, are you building? Oh, maybe she's building the funds to go. But okay. I don't know.
Let's see. Next is hopefully that helped you, Roxanne. Next is Naturally Divine Goddess, and I'm trying to find Naturally Divine Goddess's question here. I have one question this time. What message? There we go.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to read it. What message does Spirit have for me?
I immediately started to get like a pain in my head over here. Oh, it's backwards over here. But it was a fog, as if you don't know, like you had so much momentum to go, and then you kind of got stalled and you don't know which way to go. Not because you don't have enough, you don't have any options, you have too many options, is how I see it. And it's causing your brain to be working overload. Like, what should I do first? How should I do? Like, like it seems to be throwing you off of your normal orderly self or your normal routine, whatever this is. That is like it seems like an overwhelming amount of energy that is coming upon me, like a surge of energy, a surge of inspiration, a surge of all these things coming on. And right now, it's not serving you in a way that you know how to filter through it and make the decisions that you need to make. But I'm hearing that clarity is coming. That's what I hear. The words I hear, clarity is coming, and that the confusion, like what feels like confusion, like your head is like a funnel, is how they're showing it to me, and the information is just going down into your body. And so all that overwhelming energy that I'm receiving is just energy that you're receiving from God, the universe, your higher power, your source, that is providing you with what you need. I feel like you're being depleted. Like, I don't know if you're doing a lot of readings or you're counseling a lot of people or you're talking to a lot of people, but you seem to be a bit depleted, and they're replenishing you. They're giving you back what you need. But it is an overwhelming amount, a surge of energy that I feel. And then like, I really get that pain in my head over here. And it kind of disseminates, but it funnels down into like your core or down, you can go down.
Well, we have the Queen of Swords energy here again, which is that tenacious energy, that I'm going to continue moving forward. I'm going to make this happen energy, that take no prisoners energy. Again, celebration is coming. Something's coming to be celebrated. Something's coming to be enjoyed. You're still on that journey to learn. This is the learning journey, the education. That Eight of Pentacles always means education and journey. The journey itself can be different from each individual, and the education itself, because it could be a life lesson, whatever, but you are still learning and growing. And this is part of what, again, is going to lead you to that celebration card, which is wonderful. Some new ideas are coming in, some new way of doing something. And this to me is the thinking. This card tells me what's coming, the way I'm seeing it is work smarter, not harder. That's the thought. This is what I'm getting, is work smarter, not harder. Find ways to, again, find the ways that you can accomplish what it is you want, but there's so many more ways to do it. Okay. So again, this is that realization, that understanding of how to do it. More ideas are going to come in, more ways to be able to shortcut the situation and to get you where you want to be, still because you earned it, but most importantly, without all of the additional work you didn't need to put in to begin with. That's kind of the key there that I'm getting. You've already done a lot of the work already. You planted the seeds. So again, you're building on what it is you've already done. You're not starting something new. You're not creating something new. But again, it's interesting because you're going to get a new face on it, a new look on it, a new life to it. Again, new energy is coming around it. There's something that's going to happen that's going to create a boost of energy, a boost of intention, a boost of attention to you, to your product, to whatever. And that is what is coming your way and is coming very soon. And that, of course, is what we're over top the celebration card. So it makes sense that would be what is celebrated. And then the Knight of Pentacles, moving toward the money. So again, the pieces are falling into place. The most important thing to have patience. Look at different ways to do the same thing you're doing. Make sure you're working smarter and not harder. Because again, you can get to the same place. You don't have to work twice as hard to get there. You just have to work in ways that benefit you most. So one of the questions you should ask is there a better way to do this? Or is this going to get me on my path? Is it going to take me there? Because that's the question you should always ask. Is this beneficial to me? Is this going to help me? If it really isn't, then maybe it may not be the place you want to put your time. I don't know.
She's already asked the questions. This information that are coming in is the answers. That's what they were saying. Like, she feels all this energy surge. She's been asking. You know,
Yeah.
she's been grounding. She's been trying to reach her higher self more, more. And so she's been asking these questions, and that's what they're saying. You've been asking, these are the answers that are coming, and they will naturally come out. But this is how the information is being funneled in. It's just a different way than the way that she normally receives the information. So it seems like it's all funneling in, and it's just going through because she is just emitting energy from everywhere. Like I feel like you walk into a room and you just are just shooting energy everywhere at everybody. So you have an overwhelming amount, but it's not too much. It seems to be just you getting used to the different, like I feel like my whole body is just energized and charged. And so like when you walk in a room, like you just feel like you have a whole new like feeling, like it's just a new energy feeling, like an unexplainable happiness. Like, why am I so happy? That's kind of how I feel, or why am I so in such a good mood is how it feels. But that's it.
Super. I was looking at the thing and I was looking at my backdrop and I'm thinking, where's this white line coming from? And then I realized that's on your side. And I'm thinking, is the curtain moving? Because I saw a little movement. I'm thinking, is there something moving behind me? And I'm looking and I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh no, that's Angie's wife.
Wait, let me.
I was like, I thought I was losing something there. And of course, I don't have enough to lose something. So I better be careful. I got to protect every brain cell I have.
Beautiful Sagittarius. Yes, you are on the list. You are number 11. I see you.
So next is, hopefully it helped you, Natural Divine Goddess. And for those of you who for those of you who don't know, tomorrow she and I will be back. We will be on live tomorrow morning. So join us. That's Shauna over there. Join us tomorrow with at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mountain Time. With that said, the next reading is for creating balance. And creating balance says, would like to know if you have any feelings about my upcoming court date regarding parenting time for my daughter. Unfortunately, I got delay. I get delay. I think that I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm getting the feeling of hearing may be delayed. It may not go off as hoped. It may be pushed back a little bit. It may be.
I also
go ahead.
Do you get kind of like it's not a balanced fight? Do you get that?
I feel like not well. I have a different kind of feeling, but
okay,
not balanced fight. My feeling was more of a feeling of. I think what I'm getting is I think creating balance sometimes thinks her position is weaker than she believes than it should be. That she's been convinced, she's been beaten down in that sense to think that her position is weaker than it should be, and it shouldn't be that. And I think that's what I was getting. I don't think it's an imbalance situation. I think the imbalance for me was that again she has bought into the fact she's been society or whatever has made her feel like she doesn't measure up or something in regards to them, and she's kind of afraid. And I think that she doesn't need to worry about that. I think that she's going to be fine. But again, I think this hearing is going to be postponed. I don't know if it's going to come off on this day at this time.
They showed me like in Monopoly, those little cards, and they showed that guy with the top hat.
Uh-huh.
And it's money. So I feel like there's an imbalance of money. Like the other party has a lot of money and they're doing a lot of stall tactics. Like that's how I feel it. Like there's money on more money on one side than the other side, and the person on the side with all of the money seems to be getting getting more. And then, because like I see, like the way they showed me, like is a little girl on the steps going this way, and then somebody else being ushered and pushed away. Like, no, you don't get to be, you don't get to see, you don't get to be with this little girl to this day. And then that's when they showed me the guy from the Monopoly with all the money. Like there's an imbalance. Like the person with the money is controlling the situation. But I'm hearing that it isn't fair, but it's going to be fair. Like they're showing me a wheel and it is going to turn in your favor eventually, just not now. And I'm seeing a 6 month, or I see a 6 and then I hear month. So it may be 6 months before it starts to turn in your favor, but I do hear that it is going to turn in your favor. Like I think a lot of things, like all these tactics have to work through, and it feels like the judge or somebody has to see like that it's stall tactics or shenanigans or whatever it is, but it is going to eventually turn in your favor. Like they're giving me a really strong heart tug, like but a separation, like it hurts. Is how I get it. Like it's a painful situation. It doesn't, like, I don't get an overall happy feeling, but it seems like it's going to get there eventually. It's just tense. Oh, she said he took a lot of money but hasn't paid anything. So yeah, it seems like maybe he has a lot of money and he's just not helping. Or yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hang in there. I think it's going to be a longer process, but I think you're going to get where you want it to be initially. But it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be fast. That's one thing I feel.
But I don't feel like the kids are with her either. I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're with her. It feels like there's a separation. Like that's how they're pulling my heart apart. It's like it's a separation.
Okay.
That's all I get.
Well, hopefully that helped you creating balance. Hopefully it helped you. And don't forget, if you want to reach out to Angie or myself in a private way, Angie, they can reach you how?
A5Says yes at gmail.com.
Okay, so to reach out and you can email her and maybe even pick up this conversation and see if she gets anything else, or you can reach out to me at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, either one of us, and we can even give you some more information off the side and maybe help to, I don't know, tap into some more stuff that will help you. Definitely, we want to help you make sure that you understand what's coming. Sometimes you may not like what's coming, but by understanding what's coming, you can sometimes use that energy to your advantage, which is nice. And with that said, Yasmin said she has to go to bed. Take care, Yasmin. Miss you, love you, and things are going to get better for you. I promise you. Mystic Rain, hello, welcome in. Emily, also welcome in, and Nina, welcome in. Saw you guys all three pop in there while we were reading. Welcome. So next in line is, let me go back to the list here. I kind of slipped up there. I wasn't on top of it. Angel Eyes would like to know if I should be prepared for anything for the funeral services on Monday. So let's take a look at
Is it an actual funeral, or are you doing like a cremation? Because I see a picture and an urn. I don't see that it's an actual it doesn't feel like a service. But it doesn't feel tense. If it seems like everything seems to be moving along peacefully. I don't feel like, okay, let me see. Okay, I hear in a very deep voice, I'm the daughter. Like you have to clarify that I'm the daughter. Like you're in control. Like you're the person that has to make the decisions, or that, these decisions are up to you. Like all this other input that is coming in doesn't matter. I'm the daughter. Like I hear that very, very strongly and very clearly in a deep voice. Like, but it seems to be after you've had to raise your voice. Like you've been polite, you've been kind, and then you have to raise your voice, and it's I'm the daughter. Like I'm making these decisions. I did this. This is the way it has to be. So it does feel like maybe there is going to be a little bit of discussion as to how they think things should go, but you're the person who has to make the decisions on everything, and you have to clarify that for them. I'm the daughter. I'm the person that's making the decisions. And it's just you basically standing your ground. Like they're literally showing me that 7 of Wands where you're standing your ground and you're, standing on what you said. You're not letting people push you for their agenda. But it does seem to be like a small service, a very small service. And I do see a picture on an easel. I don't see a casket. You said it's a one-day service. It's not a cremation. But yeah, it does seem to be that you are going to have to stand your ground, and there's going to be a lot of emotion. But once you stand your ground, people are going to back off.
Is this a mixed family situation?
I was going to say, are there other siblings?
Yeah, I was kind of getting a mixed family situation. Is this a mixed family situation? Do you have step brothers and stepsisters or some other kind of something in there?
And I just heard the word money. She says yes. So I'm assuming that's yes to your question. She does have other siblings. Yeah, maybe that's why I heard I'm the daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting that energy. I was getting this the and kind of like bartering to see who was I was closer. No, I was closer. No, it's kind of like making this. Unfortunately, this funeral, what I was getting. 11 years ago, family has a fight 11 years ago. Okay. What I was getting, the energy I was getting is that unfortunately, this is going to be not about your father so much. It's going to be about a show. It's about who cares the most, who can show that they cared the most, even though it's all for show. And it's one of those things everybody, it says, no, we're talking about Jojo. Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Angel Eyes.
Okay. Jojo says no mixed family, but family drama. Okay. Oh, 3 siblings left the family with no communication. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm sensing is a situation where you have some people trying to, again, they're trying to show everybody else what most people believe opposite or won't necessarily. And so this is going to be one of those situations where it's going to be more of an opportunity for them to show themselves into whatever. But unfortunately, the one thing you just have to do is just, it is what it is in that sense. I would suggest that as it comes, take it as it comes, avoid avoid the conflict, avoid going head to head with anybody. This is not the day. If they want to put on show, the reality is they're going to put on show. They want to make up for lost time. They want to make everybody think something's different, but people know the situation. If I were you, I would just hold my head up high. Remember what your relationship was. Remember how that made you feel and what you brought away from that relationship, and let the others do what they're going to do, because you can't stop them. And if anything, you can add to their drama, and that may be what they want, but don't go there. Yeah, I just see a situation where it's more of a show instead of a funeral, and it's a show not for your dad, it's a show for them. And that's a really unfortunate
And I
situation.
clearly hear stand your ground. Like once you do that, they will back off, but they are going to inundate you with, I think this, I want that. Like everybody wants their piece of it, to show I was, like he's saying, so much more in love of this person than maybe they have been or they had been showing. But stand your ground is what I keep hearing over and over and over again.
I see. So Angel Eyes and Jojo are related. Jojo is the granddaughter. Is Angel Eyes the mother? Or are you sisters?
Jojo says it's my grandfather, but didn't Angel Eyes say it was her dad?
Yeah, I thought so. So, but are they aunt and niece, or are they mom and daughter? Jojo is her daughter.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm like, wait, what? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I clearly heard I'm the daughter. Like you're going to have to state your place, and then everybody else is going to have to fall back.
Yes.
Oh, creating balance is her daughter. And Jojo? Oh, Jojo is my daughter, and creating balance is my daughter.
Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy.
We were totally like, what? Okay.
I guess we're not as psychic as we thought in some ways. Connecting the dots didn't happen so much.
Okay.
But creating
Got it.
balance and
We
JoJo have
got
their
it
own.
now. We're a
Exactly.
bit slow, but we got it. But I did hear I'm the daughter clearly, so everybody
Mhm.
else will have to stand back. But I don't feel like it's going to, like, once you do that, it'll all, like, it'll push everything back. Like, everybody will know that you mean business, you want to get this done, you want to be peaceful, and you want it to be over and done with.
Now, JoJo, Angel Eyes, and
Creating balance.
how many live in Florida still? And where's everybody fall out there? Because Angel Eyes is in Florida. Angel Eyes is in Tampa, right?
Creating balance is here, correct?
Creating Balance is here, I think, yeah.
Okay.
And then Jojo, are you in Tampa? Are you here? Or are you somewhere in the middle? And when I say a middle, there's a whole lot of country there.
I don't know. Oh, she's in
Oh,
California.
she's not in the middle. She's on,
Oh,
she's on
wait,
the other
Angel
coast.
Eyes is in California. Oh,
Oh, I thought that she was in Florida. Only for the funeral. I see.
oh,
Okay.
and so does
I
Jojo.
live
Okay.
in California.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Then I must be confusing somebody because we have somebody else who
We
lives
got it.
in Tampa. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh Lord. I was blonde once. That's my excuse. Well, sorry to hear about the loss for all three of you. But like you said, the good part is he passed in his sleep, and that remember, don't give in to this drama. Don't let this drama consume you. Just let it flow, and most importantly, don't own it. Let them do what they need to do. If you need to stick up for yourself, do it. Stand up and, like Angie says, I'm the daughter. But at the same time, you know what? Don't don't demean his legacy because they want to be little, excuse my French, shits. And welcome, Angel Monster. So my blessings to all three of you, by the way. My blessings to all three of you, and welcome Chrissy as well. So hopefully your Monday won't be so bad. Hopefully it'll be a smooth process.
But I do feel like some people are going to decide they're not going to show up. Like, I think that's why they showed me such a small room.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to be a very small room that you're in, and it should be. It seems like it should be very intimate. Is how you want it. You don't want a lot of people there, and so it seems to be very intimate, very short, very let's move forward and not dwell on the pain.
Yeah. Now, next is Jojo. Jojo's asking for any messages that I need to hear. So let's see if we have anything else for Jojo as well. I'm trying to find.
I immediately heard, "Get over your fear." Are you about to I feel like there's a new endeavor that you're about to start. Like, I see you at the beginning of a path about to walk forward, and then I hear career. So I feel like you're about to start a very new journey, and you're anxious, and you're kind of like, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to handle everything that's going on? But I do feel like I literally see you at the beginning of a road about to step out and take the step, but you're hesitating. And the first thing I heard was, get over your fear. And we are here. Like, I hear we are here. So your guides, your angels, your higher power, whoever is here. And they are kind of like, it's kind of like you're all in a race, or you're in you're taking this path together. You're here and they're on either side of you, walking with you. It does not seem to be that you're alone. Like, you feel like you're alone in some aspects, but you're not. And you're taking this new path. Like, I feel like you're starting a new job, or you're starting a new something, but I heard the word career. So I'm assuming that it is a new job that you're about to take. But I feel like you're just a little bit fearful about it, and they're saying, just do it. You're going to be successful at it. Don't worry about it. Like, maybe there's something in the past that happened, and you're already hypersensitive about it and don't want it to happen in the future. But Spirit is saying, move forward. You're okay. You can go ahead.
I was distracted. I was trying to, but I couldn't find it. So which, I mean, you already answered anyway. It just was any messages that I need to see. And also, Julie, I saw you sneak in there. I didn't have a chance to say hello to you. Hello, Julie. Went to Just Rocks, saw us at Just Rocks, and actually participated there. So thank you, Julie, for stopping in. Appreciate that much. I don't know if you're on the list or not. Know if you're still there. If you are, make sure if you want a reading, let Kina know, and she'll add you to the list if you're not already on the
What
list.
was the name you just said?
Julie?
Oh, I thought you said Chrissy.
Julie. I don't see the name on the list yet. But yeah, Julie, if you're still there and you want a reading, let us know, and Kina will add you to the list. And then for Jojo, what else for Jojo? Jojo, the most important thing is be flexible because you're going through a period of some change, of change in plans. Things aren't going to go quite the way you have them planned. But I don't see anything. When you see the Queen of Cups, it's just saying be patient about that. I don't see a negative card here. If anything, I see something is coming in to surprise you. Something good is coming in to surprise you, and it's going to be a change, and it's going to be a change for the good. It's going to be a change that leads to a new kind of emotional understanding, a new kind of emotional feeling, like a feeling of more freedom. Look at this, two different things. You have two aces, which is, again, that new feeling, that new energy, that new way of thinking. It's interesting too, because you feel a bit blocked right now. You have a decision to make, or you're getting ready to make a decision, and you're not exactly sure which way to go with that decision. But the question is, the thing is with all this new energy, you're going to find yourself knowing the right way to go. So with that said, also there's somebody else coming back into your life. Somebody else, while they're coming back into your life, they're coming back into your life for a purpose. They're coming back in your life to help you find your way, to help you find the direction, the newest direction you need to go in. And that's the Wheel of Fortune card again. So it's choices. This is going to be, if I were to tie all this up for the next few weeks, everything I'm seeing here is a few weeks down the road, of course, which is, again, it's about choices. I think the next few weeks is going to be a situation where you are moving toward something. You're moving toward like this crescendo, this something, and it's like a wave, a slow, steady wave, but it's growing. And that slow, steady wave is going to lead you to something. And that's going to be, again, a decision and then a change. So I'm thinking within a few weeks, you should be seeing something happening that is going to kind of be again, an epiphany, an awakening, something. And again, somebody else is coming back into your life, and that person is coming back in to usher you through this, to make sure that you walk through this, that you're not walking through this alone. So don't be surprised if that somebody else pops in quickly. I see them coming in within the next week or so. That's what I'm getting for Jojo. Anything else, Angie?
No, just I keep seeing the people on either side of her walking with her to help her along this process. Like, it's the first step in your journey, and you're okay. They're saying just move forward. You're okay.
Super.
And you're not alone. I get a grandmother energy. But you can go. That's it.
Jojo, has your grandmother passed over as well?
Oh, I think so. I think I remember, because wasn't she the one where we were saying, "Oh, does she rub your hair or something?" It was a long time ago, but I think I remember that.
I was going to say, comes in one side and out the other quickly. So
it is a female energy. I do get a female energy that is walking alongside you on this road. She said on my dad's side. So yeah, I do get a person that is walking along on the side of you, and just kind of talking to you as you walk, to keep you motivated, to keep you going, to keep you focused ahead and not looking back on things that happened in the past. They want you to face forward. They want you to keep moving forward and stop feeling like you're alone. Like I feel like this separation makes you feel like now I have to do this all by myself. And they're saying you don't have to do it all by yourself. You have family. And you're wondering if you'll ever have love again. And I hear, yes, it is. Like, I don't know if it's the person that Don is saying is coming back, but yes, you will have love again. You're wondering, will I have love again? Will somebody want me with a number of children? Yes, they're saying yes, all of that is okay.
Super. Welcome, Mel Phi. Welcome, Ali. Welcome, Ali. And Tina, yes, Tina, Julie. Yeah, no, I don't know if Tina's on here tonight watching, but I'm sure she'll remember you. And again, Julie, if you want a reading, let Kina know whether it's a specific or a general reading, and she can add you to the list. And let's see, next is Divinely Guided is next, 302, and it is a general reading for Divinely Guided. So let's see what we have in store for Divinely Guided.
Divinely Guided and I spoke earlier, and I asked if she was ready to go live. And she said not yet. Spirit is just waiting for you to step forward. Like, are you ready to go live? Are you ready to step? Because you're awakening, but you're awakening, and what are you doing with it? Like, we have so much more to give you, but if you're not using what we're giving you now, we're just piling it on. It's like we're giving you all this stuff and it's just stacked inside of a box. You're not using it. It's just being stacked. So when are you going to use it? When are you going to try on your new clothes, try on your new abilities, try on your new, that's naturally divine. You are divinely guided. But they're saying, when are you going to try on the new abilities? When are you going to try on the new clothes? When are you going to get used to feeling it? Like, if I give you a new gadget or a new something, you have to use it. You have to understand what it is in order to be able to use it. You're not using it. You're saying, I'm receiving, but what are you doing with it? Like, I learned a new process at one of my other jobs, learn how to do it very well. They showed it to me one time, never used it again. I don't know how to do it. I don't remember how to do it. They would have to show it to me again. So if we're going to keep giving you things and you're not going to use it, are we going to have to keep re-giving it to you because you're not using it? Like, you have to get familiar with what it is that you're seeing, feeling, doing, and just use it. Like, when are you going to be comfortable with using it is how they're saying it to me.
And I think we've actually spoken about that before, if I recall. And it was, again, it's about a use it or lose it deal, because we were saying you really have to get out there and start keep exercising that skill. Keep exercising it, keep using it, because if not, it will dwindle and it will pass. And then you go back to ground zero, and that's something that you don't want to do.
And we have to re-give it to you all over again. And do you want to refill it the way that we had to give it to you all over again? Like,
exactly.
It's like having braces twice. I don't want them again.
Exactly. And your gifts are strong and they're there. So you don't want to neglect them, because it's like anything else. But at the same time, they should be embraced. They should be cherished and loved. There's a lot of people who would fight for those gifts.
Another thing they're saying is, now that you're not in the circle every week, you don't feel the strength behind your power anymore. You don't, you're not using it in that welcome, open space anymore. So you're losing the confidence in your ability. Like, there, you were able to speak, say whatever, ask questions, do whatever. And it was that weekly confirmation. It was a weekly group. It was a weekly support. And you don't have that physically anymore. And so you're losing touch with your confidence in what you're doing. So I'm ready to go live whenever you are.
And also, don't forget, Angie and I are putting together a plan on how we are going to do something like on Zoom or something, where we do an opportunity for people to get together for 2 hours every week, and come together and share and learn and grow your psychic abilities, your mediumship abilities. If you want tarot reading, that as well. Whatever it takes, we're trying, that we've been talking about it. We're trying to nail down a date that will be that date every week on that same date. And you pop in, and we do exercises with each other, and we do other things, and we help educate and help to bring you along in your journey. And for those people who don't have a circle or have a group like we have, and we are so blessed to have, we will be that group. We can help be that group. We will be that Soul Tribe family. So
we're just thinking about how we want to do it. Like, I feel like everybody wants to see each other. So yes. I think like a Zoom or something like that. But Kina said she's very interested in that too. I think that was her tapping me on the shoulder saying, are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? We got Absolutely. It, Kina.
Yeah. So for all you out there who don't have your own little group to go to, we will be that group. We will be able to give you that place, that space to come and enjoy and actually see each other, because again, we're going to do it via Zoom. So you'll Zoom in, and then and as we break it out into small groups, the good part is with Zoom, you can separate and have 4 people in one little room and then 4 people in one virtual room at the time, and then bring them all back together, which is great. So
Also, divinely guided. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, so you can read me while you're just sitting there. I'm
just saying. Didn't you just say you started a new job and now you don't have anything to do? What?
I started Monday. I don't start on Monday. I get to leisure through the rest of the week.
Oh my gosh, I misunderstood that. Aren't we a life of leisure? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, that hopefully that helps you divinely guided. Yes, come on, get back in there and start using those abilities. Don't let them go. You have come too far. You have come too far. And with the next one is Tiny Trinkets and Tarot.
Okay.
And did I get the right place?
If you have time, general. Okay. I immediately saw you going back and forth with like your guides or however you receive information. Like it felt so familiar. It felt like me. Like I felt like you get the same energy, like where you kind of doubt the information that you're getting. Like I feel like the information is so good, so unbelievable, and so just unbelievable. Like it's very good news that you kind of question, like, is this real? Is this really what's happening? Like I feel like you question a lot of information that you're receiving from your guides or your higher power, or however you receive your sources of information, and you're just not believing it because you need to see it. Like you believe in your abilities, but you need to see evidence of it. Is how I feel. That's your struggle. Like, when do I get to see what you're saying to me? When do I get evidence that I am right? Is how I kind of feel like you're doing it. Like I feel like you're slowly stepping out there, but it's that confirmation. I need that confirmation to know that I am actually right. It's kind of what I get. But I do feel like you, or maybe you're doing too many things. Like I feel like you're doing a lot too. Like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm doing this. And you just like get one thing going really well, then add another thing, then add another thing. I feel like you try to do everything at once, and they're saying pick one, move it forward, then add the other, then add the other. I don't know if that's true or not. You can go ahead, Don.
2 things. First of all, welcome Yolanda. Welcome in. Welcome. Glad to see you. The thing that was coming to me, excuse me, is was an online presence. And I don't know if you have an online presence or whether you need to have an online presence, but I'm getting this feeling of online presence. And I'm wondering what the online presence means. Do you have an online store already? Do you have something online? Are you selling something online? Because I'm sensing online presence, and I need to understand whether you're already online and you need to tweak it and vamp it up, or whether you need to be online, because I'm getting online presence, social media, and that kind of stuff. So
I feel like it's too many online things at once. Like I feel like it's YouTube, it's Etsy, it's this, it's that. Like it's a whole bunch of things, and they're saying concentrate on one and then do the other one. So I don't know. She has an answer, but I feel like there is multiple things she's doing. But I did get that it's online. Like I feel like she's online. She's saying thank you to Kina, but answer her question.
Tiny Trinkets, do you realize we're talking? This is your time. We're reading for you. So
we want to know if you have an online presence. Like, are you doing something? Because we see you doing multiple things in social media. It's through YouTube. So let me see if I can see it on the YouTube. Oh, it's your YouTube, Don, I think.
Hello, Yolanda. Anyway, Tiny Trinkets, what I was getting is there's, again, a YouTube presence. And again, it's all about YouTube, not YouTube. Doesn't announce like YouTube presence, an online presence. So Tiny Trinkets, I don't know if you understand this or not, but again, Julie, did she get a number? Kina, did Julie get on the list? And if so, which list number? I don't remember what it was. I guess I can pop it up real quick. But yeah, to me, tiny trinkets, I see that again. To me, the issue. You're number 18. You're number 18, Julie. We're yeah. I
Julie
see
is
this.
number 18.
Yeah, I see this. I see this. This whole issue is something about again. It's about the online presence. And so if you are too exposed, then you need to pull.
Oh, yes, I have a YouTube channel. She does.
Okay. So if it's all you have is a YouTube channel, then you need to amp it up. You need to work more, because again, for me, it was like that's the key to it. You have to amp up the presence. You've got to do something else to move this forward. You also, again, you need to look at other, maybe a platform or two more, but you also want to make sure they all work together, that they are that they in concert to each other and they support each other and feed each other. Not, and again, it goes back to what we were telling Shauna earlier, is that you want to work smarter, not harder. And so as you put the pieces to get in place, as you build your business, as you build your whatever you're going to do, like right now, I'm guessing you have a tarot business. That's why it says Tiny Trinkets and Tarots. Either you're selling something and tarot, or just you're selling tarot readings. I'm guessing you're selling tarot readings. And if that's the case, and working to build up that notoriety, and if it is the case, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything you do online in any other area is supporting that, so they all point to each other. Because if you are trying to make a silo here of just tarot reading, a silo of here of something else, you're working against yourself. So again, they have to work. And I'll give you an example. If you go to TikTok, I do a daily download. The daily download is 1 minute. When I did start doing the daily download, 1 minute was all the TikTok could do. Now it's 3. I still stay to the 1 minute level, because YouTube has started picking up the shorts, and the shorts are 1 minute. And in TikTok, I do the 1 minute, and I do a 3, pick a card, 3 cards kind of deal. And people give the daily download, is what it's called. Those daily downloads also then refer people back to YouTube and to the longer readings, because they get to know me on the shorters, and then they come and visit with the longer readings. And so I do the monthly and weekly readings, which are between 8 and 15 minutes each, but they can't go on TikTok. So again, they're helping each other. If you're going to be doing this, again, make sure that as you progress, as you move through this, that you're working wisely to make sure that everything is working to focus on the one goal. Because again, if you're working in many different things and you're not focusing on making them work together, that synchronicity is lost and you don't gain from it. So that's, again, where I was going with that.
I feel like she puts all of her energy in one thing, and if it doesn't work out right, then she puts all of her energy in something else, and if that doesn't work out, then she puts all of her energy into something else, and until that doesn't work, and she flops back and forth. Like you said, they're not interconnected, and they're not working to build on top of each other. Like if you're on your YouTube channel, talk about the things that you sell on your other, whatever your other platform is. Like Don is saying, make sure they all show what you do.
Yes. And one person who does that very well is Shauna. And you'll see her if you come on tomorrow between 8 and 10 Mountain Time. You'll see Shauna does the card reading with me tomorrow. And Shauna she makes jewelry, and she makes some facial products and healthcare products. And she combines it all to the same, because it's all about the metaphysical. So again, she connects it in. She's somebody who's been able to, again, make those platforms work well.
I also hear practice. Like you need to practice more. You need to like get more, like you don't, like your confidence level doesn't seem to be up very well. Like you kind of hesitate when you do your readings or when you pull your cards. Like you need to practice more so you can get used to what your signs and symbols are. They're saying practice. Like I hear that clearly. Practice. I'm always available for a practice read, like anytime, but I'm just saying, but you do need to practice is what I'm hearing. Like even if it's just pulling a card on a family member, pulling a card on yourself, just getting familiar with the energy that's on the cards.
Yes. Yep. And never hesitate to pick up, go to Biddy Tarot and some of the other sites out there that have all this free information about different ways to read the tarot deck. Because it's interesting, as you know, as you have already started, I'm sure, Tiny Trinkets, the tarot deck had one card, like this card here, can have so many meanings. I mean, this is a 6 of Pentacles. But when you see that 6 of Pentacles, it can mean, first of all, balance. Are you in balance? Are you out of balance? It can mean trying to find balance. Are you giving as much as you're getting? It could mean that you're gifting. Maybe you need to give a gift, or maybe you're receiving a gift. because it could be the gift of love. It could be the gift of money. It could be, I mean, this card can mean so many things. And so it's part of that guidance. It's part of that direction, part of that step as you move forward. It's always wonderful to know more. And again, I'm like Shauna. I mean, like Angie, if you want to practice, if you need to practice on somebody, you reach out to me. It's advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. You can practice on me anytime. I love to
Or
have
if you
something.
have questions, we love questions too.
Absolutely.
But also like oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh, we also on Just Spiritual Speaking, we went through all of the cards. So if you have questions on the cards, or you want, like, the best way for me to figure out what I do and don't like about tarot is I watch other readings. Oh, their flow is too slow, or their videos are too long. Like, I watch other people and I learn what I do and don't like, or what I or just kind of, you know, how people interpret things. And so just watch other people too. That helps too, for you to understand and get different perspectives on stuff.
Yeah, and of course, by the time you get back to me and you watch my weeklies and monthlies, you'll be so enamored with that you'll want to stop there.
Listen, don't believe Don. I watch Don's videos at the beginning of the week and then at the end of the week, and then I see how they flow along. Don's readings are very good. They're short. I like, sometimes they're, you know, they go longer, but he has good information every time. But it's just enough time in every reading that he does to give you exactly what you need for the week. Like, yeah, I would go and look at his readings too.
I paid her to say that. Hopefully it helped
In
you.
Starbucks.
Exactly. I pay in Starbucks, absolutely. Next is Lovebird. Lovebird, I was wondering if there are any spirits trying to talk to me. And so while Angie connects to the spirits, I'm going to try to find that.
Before Don even finished the question, I heard yes. I see various types, like I see like an alien type spirit trying to connect to you, like, so I feel like that is coming from that way. But I also feel like relatives are trying to come. Like I get a pipe, or like a pipe smoke, like somebody who smokes a pipe is trying to contact you. I feel like there's at least three people that I feel like are trying to connect with you. One of them seems to be more of an alien type thing that I see, or something like that. Like it's from a higher realm that is trying to reach down to, like, they're showing me that ET finger. That's what I see. So that's one person. Then I get that pipe. Somebody smoking a pipe seems like they're trying to contact you. And then the other one just seems like it may be a guide or your higher self or something. But I feel like you hear things, or you feel things, or you kind of look back and you see like a shadow and you wonder, but you don't inquire because you're not really sure. It's okay to ask, or to say, if this is a positive spirit, if this is this, if this is that, and say, you're welcome to talk to me, or to whatever. Like, you have to invite them in. You have to tell them, you know, that you have to acknowledge them so that they know that you are listening, that you are aware. But I do feel like there is at least three spirits that, or three entities or energies that are trying to contact you. Definitely. Something about a closet too. Like, I feel like there's a little closet, like either at your entryway door when you come in the house, or somewhere, but it's a little closet that isn't used a lot. Like, maybe someone hangs out around there. Like, I get like white walls or gray walls or something like that. Okay, Don, you can go.
I'm trying to sense.
Is there a Jason or a John or somebody? Like, I'm getting a Jason or a John name too.
I'm not picking up anybody specific. I'm picking up a lot of it's interesting. I'm picking up like a lot of chatter, a lot of energy, but I'm for some reason I'm not picking up any one specific. Interesting. I'm picking up a
And she
dog.
lost some people and didn't get to say goodbye. Like, is there a Jason, a John? No Jason or John. There's something about a J name. Is there anybody who used to smoke a pipe, a grandfather, or anything like that? Like, I clearly see three different entities that are at least trying to contact you in some way. Are you getting like you see in a shadow and you think that someone is like walking behind you or that just flew by, or are you hearing something or feeling something? Like, I feel like there's multiple ways and each of them are trying a different way to contact you, but you're just kind of like, oh, throwing it off as like the wind or like a flash or something like, but there are people that are trying to contact, definitely.
Who's the male? Who's the male energy that died from something in the chest? Be it was it a stroke, a heart attack? Was it lung cancer? Who's the male individual that is
Yes,
one generation above you? I don't know if it's a father or a father-in-law. I'm getting I don't know if it's father. I don't know if it's uncle. There's somebody who passed from something in the chest. A chest compression, chest kind of something here. Short. They had a relatively full head of hair.
stroke,
Stroke.
father.
Okay. That person's coming in. I'm getting very warm right now. I'm feeling very hot, and that happens when spirit is here. That person's coming in. That person is again. I'm seeing a shorter person, very very happy though, a very jovial kind of person, not very stoic. Somebody who lived he lived life. He lived life. He enjoyed life. Life was good for him, and he didn't. He wasn't one to want for much. I mean, he wasn't a wealthy man. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But he lived as he was comfortable. He no matter his circumstances, he was comfortable. This person is that kind of energy I'm getting. He was very comfortable with life. He enjoyed life. He enjoyed his family. Did the mother pass before the father? I'm getting that the mother is also on the other side. She's there as well. But did she go first, or did he? Because for some reason there's something about the timing of the two of them. Is there something specific about the timing of the two of them that we need to know? Because I'm getting this feeling of something about the mother and the father and timing. He's the strong energy though. He's the ones coming in. He was the stronger of the energies. I'm
I
not
still
saying
get somebody who smoked a pipe. Father
first.
died
Okay.
first.
Yeah. And she passed soon after, because I'm not getting a distance in time.
Is there an item or some clothing, or is there something that belonged to the male in a closet? Like, the closet is very much being presented to me, and that pipe, like somebody who smoked a pipe. Like, I clearly see a pipe. She said mom passed much later.
She said she passed later, but not much. Okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, because that's what I was getting, that she passed. But it's interesting because I'm also getting the thing about your dad. I don't know if it's weird because it's kind of like he was structured and he didn't collect a lot of stuff. He wasn't a collector type, but I mean, he didn't have a lot of stuff. He wasn't stuff, but your mom did. She was like a bit of not a hoarder, but she had stuff. She had stuff. So there's a difference between the two of them. It's kind of interesting. And was that an issue with your mom and dad when they were in life? Is that he didn't need a lot, but she had a lot. She would go out and she'd buy things, and she just had stuff. Does that ring a bell? Because that's what I'm getting as well. I'm getting that the father is. I don't know. I'm getting this. It's just a very interesting energy that again, that the father didn't, he liked life. He was comfortable with what he had. He didn't want for much. He didn't need all the trappings, but again, mom liked to spend. She liked
yes. Do you have the stuff that she owned? Like, I feel like there's something in the closet. Like, are you storing stuff? But I think the yes was to yes, maybe the mom had a lot of stuff and the dad did not need much.
Okay.
And she said the person with the pipe was a friend.
Okay.
I see a hat too, like all black. She didn't buy a lot of stuff, but she saved everything. You have those things?
That's the hoarder feeling I was getting. The hoarder feeling of just holding on to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, I do feel his energy. His energy did come through. And then again, for some reason, I guess to make sure that and this happens. I love this. I appreciate when Spirit does this. Thank you, by the way, Spirit. Spirit comes through, and Spirit will sometimes come through and they'll give validation. And that's why they brought the mother in, that image in, so where you could understand that the complexities of the relationship. Therefore, you can understand that this probably is him. A lot of times, we love to give that information because again, it fills in the gaps and it shows you that
Yeah,
we
she
did
has all of her stuff.
Yeah, so it shows that we connected into somebody. We were connecting to something. A lot of people can get up there and say whatever, but when we do this, the one thing we like to do is give evidentiary information, so where you know that we're not just talking about everybody. There's just not there. So that's why we do this.
Are you meaning to go through her stuff? Like, I feel like it's a task that you need to do. You need to go through her stuff. Like there's things in there you want to go through and get rid of, but you really don't want to get rid of it. I do feel like I feel like they're calling out to you these things. And whoever this is, this friend that smoked a pipe, like he's really trying to connect with you too. And I feel like if you write, or is there a certain song that you two share? Like, was this a country music person? Because I really feel like a Western type person, or like a country boy person. Also, beautiful Sag, Kina is saying you did not post a question and you're number 11.
The only other question I'm getting. Wow, that was whatever that was. Loud. Am I that loud on the mic? Does it come out that loud? I don't know. The only other thing that I'm getting is cannoli. I'm getting cannoli, and I don't know why, but I'm even actually kind of flavoring a cannoli, like a good quality cannoli. And so I'm tasting a cannoli. I'm feeling cannoli. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting something about a cannoli. And in reference to him, not her, by the way. Again, we're talking about him. So this is a reference to him. Did he like cannolis? Is that something he liked to do? Is that something he liked to eat? Is that something, a dessert that is I know it's a very unique dessert. So did he know what cannolis were? If so, is that his thing? Because I'm getting this flavor.
I can taste it. Like, oh my gosh, now that you're saying I can taste it. Now I want one.
Yes, and it's flaky. It's
joy.
Yes, and it's light and fluffy and flaky, and the center is creamy, and I'm like, just like I'm salivating over this. I'm like, man, you guys, he's got me on the cannoli. I don't know.
With your mom's stuff, you don't have to get rid of it. Can you repurpose it? Can you give it to other family members in there? Like, that's the problem. You don't want to throw it out because she kept it and it was sentimental to her, so it's sentimental to you. You're giving me tinglies all over. Like, you are. She says Sheila. Oh wait,
that's Charlie. Well, Charlie, you ain't helping. But I love
your Lovebird sister.
Exactly. Hopefully Lovebird has the same response.
He liked
pierogies. Okay, pierogies.
Is that the same thing?
No, pierogies are wonderful. Pierogies are like, if I'm not mistaken, they're like a potato dumpling, and they're made, but they're not sweet. They usually are a dense dumpling kind of deal. So yeah.
Lovebird, like, I feel like if you give these honored things that your mom have to other people in the family, or repurpose them somewhere in your house, you'll feel better. But they definitely are in there, and they definitely are calling to you. Like, there are memories in there. Like, are you not wanting to go back to the memories because you feel sad? Like, I really feel like it's hard for you to go through it because it's a sad loss and you don't want to remember. But if you do, then you'll go ahead and be able to walk through those emotions, and you'll be able to, like, it won't be a negative feeling. It'll be a happier feeling, not such a, oh my gosh, I have to get rid of my mom's stuff. Repurpose it, reuse it, give it to someone who would cherish it. Like, I feel like there's family members who would love it. And then also try to connect with that friend who smoked a pipe.
Yeah. And I think
like,
the dad,
cigar pipe.
Yeah. I think the dad is coming through specifically just to kind of let you know he's there, and that he is there with you, and that you're going through something, but you're going to get through this, that you are, it's been a real rough time. I'm getting the sense of a lot of kind of anxiety, a lot of sadness, a lot of frustration right now, but you're going to get through this. You're going to make it through this. Your dad's there with you. He'll walk you through there. He'll be walking with you. You're not walking alone. And I think he's there to usher that in. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm feeling like the fact that you've been calling him in, and so you're not surprised to hear that he's here.
And
So
stop suppressing. You're suppressing the feelings instead of enjoying the feelings and just walking through. It's okay to remember. Once you do, it'll release the sadness and allow the joy of the memory.
yeah, yeah. He's saying
That's
something
all I
about the
have.
dining room. What's up with the dining room, by the way? He's saying something about your dining room. There's something about your dining room. He's drawing me to your dining room that he's drawing me to the dining room. There's something about the dining room that is your mother's stuff, is some of your mother's stuff in the dining room? Is it like you can't eat at the table because the dining room has your mother's stuff? Is there something going on there with that? I'm getting his attention drawing me to the dining room for some reason, and it's about the dining room. I don't know what that is, but he's drawing me to your dining room, and he's like, you can't really eat in the dining room, and it's stuff there, or the mother's stuff. I don't know, but he's nudging you to clean up the dining room. I don't know why. So I don't know what that means. You said yes. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll see. But yeah, yes, he's kind of nudging me to nudge you to maybe take a look at the dining room, and to maybe it's kind of, there's something about an emotional kind of lift if you can get the dining room back to where you can dine in the dining room, because he's giving me this image of the dining room has a lot of
Is
stuff
it a
in it.
glass table?
I'm seeing a curio cabinet. I know that I can see the glass on it, but I'm not sure about the table.
Okay.
Yeah, dining room
Okay.
is cluttered. Okay, yeah. No, I see that. Yeah. So I'm guessing you don't eat. You and the family
Walk
don't
through
eat.
go ahead and walk through the memories.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, with that said, hopefully, Lovebird, we've given you some information there. Hopefully, we've connected for you, and hopefully you found something there. We're going to let you go. We're going to move on, and the next person, I've totally forgotten where we are. Where are we, Kina?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Lovebird. Oh my gosh, we have like 21 people. Lovebird.
Oh, Charlie is next.
Oh, she said 9. We're on 9. Yeah,
Okay.
Callie. Oh, we're on 10 now. Okay. Should I give up?
Charlie. Trying to find
Okay.
the question. Did you find Charlie's question?
It says it's in the private chat. Should I give up on the thoughts of CE ever really being interested in me?
Okay.
Is he dating someone else, or is CE dating someone else? Because I heard a resounding yes. Like it has been, like I feel like it's been communicated to you that it's over, but you still are holding out hope. And I feel like
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
wait,
Maybe it's not a
who are we
question.
on? Or did she have multiple questions?
Oh, I don't know.
The question I see for Charlie A is,
Should I give up on thoughts of CE ever really being
oh, and she's
interested?
saying his name is C, as
Okay.
in C. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what is this other question?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll,
she's just saying she was telling us that she was having drink. Oh, she was interacting on our last reading. Okay, got it. But yes, with C, I feel like he has moved on to someone else. Like I feel like there's another tall blonde person in the picture. Um, but I feel like it's been communicated that it's kind of over, and you're just kind of wondering if like that'll fall apart and he'll walk back. I don't feel any loving feelings at all. I feel like it's kind of a separation, like a brick, like boom, running into that, like hitting the wall and then getting the realization. Like I don't feel like there's any loving feelings. He
no,
says
I
we
didn't.
were together. I didn't get any loving feelings, any kind of anything, but I do feel like he has moved on and has someone else. Like I see a tall, slender, blonde lady, maybe. Like I don't feel romantic. Like it may seem casual, friends with benefits, maybe, but I don't feel like it was romantically inclined on his part. Maybe on your part, but not on his part. And I don't feel like he's giving you the indication that he wants to be that way. Like, I feel like every word he says you scrutinize and you are, well, does that mean this? Does that mean that? Does that mean he wants to? Yes, no, maybe, such and such. Like, I feel like you're very over scrutinizing every word that he says to try to find a glimmer of hope. And he's just kind of like friendly about it. And whatever benefit he's going to receive, he's going to receive.
No, I didn't feel, I don't feel anything but friendship. I think the friendship is about as far as it's going to go. I think that if you listen closely to what he's saying in his words, the listening card tells you clearly that he's not looking for much more than that. I don't see that happening there. And so I think you need to focus your attention on other areas, other avenues. Most importantly, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
Is there a guy at work who is interested in you with dark hair? I hear new guy. I feel like he works with you, and I feel like he has short dark hair, or at least dark hair. But you're not paying any attention to him because you're very much trying to make this happen. Like, you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and this is a person who has a round hole, and you just don't see him. If that makes any sense.
But not literally. Not literally.
I do feel like someone, she said she works from home, but is there a guy, like, I feel like there's a guy somewhere that you encounter on a regular basis with dark hair who may be interested in you, but it's not this guy, the C guy. Like, as we were reading the question, I clearly heard a no. And like I said, I felt very friendly, but then I feel like there's somebody else who you're just not paying attention to. That's all I see.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't getting much more than that either. I just didn't see anything happening, anything going beyond a friendship, and even, I mean, it could even tip over to friends with benefits, but I just don't see it being something more. I don't see that's not happening, or at least I did not see that happening. I'll put it that way. Next is beautiful Sagittarius, and I am trying to find beautiful Sag's question.
I think she just posted it over there. Oh, my name is Farrah. What is going on with me health wise? What I need to be aware of and understand? Is it? I cannot diagnose. Let me tell you that quickly. Please see your doctor. But is there something going on with your stomach? Like intestines? I heard that word. She just posted her question down, so it may not show to you yet, but it's like her in-depth question is, there it is. Yeah. I feel like there's something maybe in your stomach, like maybe she says yes, like digestion problems or something. It doesn't seem to be a significant issue, but I do get like a heartburn or a uneasy feeling in my stomach. It may just be what you're eating. Like, I feel like you're eating and these are the words they're using, lots of carbs, lots of things that are not really digesting properly in your stomach. Like, it doesn't seem to be in the way the spirit is, it doesn't seem to be a high intensity thing. Like, it seems to be something that you can control with your diet if you just try to kind of like I feel like maybe the food is just stuck, compounded in there. Like, what you're eating is not going through, or you're not drinking enough water or something. But it is definitely something with your stomach. It is definitely like a heavy feeling and a heartburn, like a burning feeling in the stomach. But I don't feel like it's something medically serious, is how I kind of get it. But again, whatever your doctor says.
I'm trying to connect to that energy for the stomach region to try to get a feel for what it is you're dealing with. Again, I'm not getting heartburn. Like I think Angie said that I'm not getting heartburn. I'm not getting that thing so much. Like she was saying, it's more again in the stomach area. It's more if you're looking at it's in the digestion area. But I'm not even getting that.
She's been to the doctor. Are they saying that it's like are they saying that's what it is? It's just a digestion issue, like an intestinal issue? I don't know, but that's all I get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sensing much of anything. That's something I don't do. I don't usually feel. So feeling is not that easy.
She said it's all in her stomach. That's like I feel like like you just need to like change your diet a bit. Like I don't know if you're like me, but carbs are my friend. Potatoes, cakes, cookies, candy, all that stuff like that. So she says no, they are not, but that's also. So I feel like it's really much like a diet change. Like maybe you're like it doesn't seem to be a serious medical issue. It's more of a dietary issue, like changing something that you eat or maybe taking something out or just making note of how you feel when you eat each of the things you eat. How do I feel when I eat or drink dairy? How do I feel when I eat these kind of foods? Is it meat? Is it this? Like you have to narrow it down. Like I feel like you're going to the doctor and maybe you're not describing what it is. I do see that barium test. Have you had one of those? Like, I feel like you had one of those and there was not anything serious for them to see. Like maybe you thought it was an ulcer, but it wasn't. Like, because I can see that and I can taste that barium. So I see it going down your intestines. Like, I feel like you've had tests, but they're not finding what you want them to find. And I feel like maybe they've even said, track your eating. Like, that's how I am receiving it.
The one thing that just came through to me, again, not feeling wise, but just knowledge wise, is that it came through to me the feeling of your oh damn, what's that word? Oh man. It's your metabolism. Something I'm getting this issue about metabolism. I'm thinking metabolism is part of what's at play here. I'm thinking that there's something about the metabolism is not doing what it's not as running as fast as it should. I'm thinking that moringa is something that I sometimes take could maybe be useful to you. I don't know. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't prescribe. I don't do any of these things. But what I'm getting is metabolism, and I'm thinking the problem is your metabolism isn't keeping up with your intake. And so I would be looking at things that I would be looking to communicate with your doctor about metabolism and make sure that they are aware. I'm guessing that your energy is it's always been an issue. Okay, that's what I was getting. Yeah. So she says yes, my metabolism has always been an issue. Yeah, and I was getting that as well. Again, I'm thinking that if you look up moringa, a friend of mine turned me onto it a while back. It really has some energetic properties. It has some other curative properties, which is nice. It's natural. It's an actual. It's called from the tree of life. It's an amazing thing from a tree of life.
I loved it. I had some. I love it, and you can get it on Amazon too.
Exactly. Yep. You can get it, and they can deliver it directly to your door. And you start taking it, and you will feel that maybe that could help you. Again, it's something about your body is just.
She says she knows about it.
Yeah, your body's not really just it needs vamped up. I think your problem is your metabolism. It's exposing itself, or it's identifying itself, or whatever you call it, in the stomach area. But I don't think, again, I think that it's more attached to the metabolism. I was thinking of first blood, but then again, the circulation didn't make sense to me. It's more of the energy, and again, that's where metabolism comes in. So this is.
Did you used to be a walker or athletic? Like I feel like you used to. Like I feel like they show you in walking shoes outside. Did you used to do walking and you're not doing it anymore? Like it's very simple. The things that you need to do don't seem to be major. They seem to be simple lifestyle changes. That's all I'm getting. But I do feel like you used to be a walker and you're no longer doing it anymore.
Yeah,
I think my energy has been low. Yeah.
I can say I think the career, at one time her career made her walk a lot, and she's not more sedentary now than she was.
Yeah.
So even if it wasn't exercise, I think that she was more active.
I used to walk a lot. Yeah. They show me you in shoes, just getting out there, and you're not anymore. So that'll ramp up your metabolism. Just drinking water will flush the foods through. Maybe I feel like you also maybe eat on the go a lot, like you're just Got to get it in, got to go, got to get it in, got to go. Slow down, change the way that you, like slow down on the things that you eat. Try to eat lighter, maybe eat your heavier meals in the early day or in the midday, and then at night have a lighter meal. But it's basic dietary and activity changes is how I see it. But again, whatever your doctor is telling you.
Absolutely. Jasmine had to leave. But she asked for a general reading. We can do a real quick general reading for her. Again, we're not getting feedback because she won't be, unfortunately, here. She let us know earlier she had to pop out because it was getting late there. So we can do a reading for her real quick. General read. Jasmine, I see that your health issue is still is you have a health issue as well, and your health issue is still is plaguing you a bit, but you have it under control. It appears it's not controlling you, which is nice. I see that you're progressing forward with your plans, and again by midsummer, I see you elsewhere. I still see you moving, and I see you elsewhere by midsummer, early fall, and I see you gladly elsewhere. I think this is a change that you need, a change that you're open to, receptive to, and it's going to happen. So your career is going to be taking you again away. I see the west. I still see the West Coast. I see the West Coast as being where you're headed to, and again, I'm seeing that around fall is where you'll be settled in, and you'll be back to where you wanted to be. That's what I'm seeing. What do you have, Angie?
I'm getting a parking garage. Like you're walking to, like you're leaving work to go to a parking garage. It's like bi-level and you're walking in. So I'm assuming this is a new job and you're going into this garage to get your car. And it's a late, like it seems to be a time change is what they're making significant to me, is that it's midday, like maybe you worked later in the day or whatever it is. It seems to be a shift change, like you're getting off and it's still daytime. Like that seems to be very significant to me in this, when they're showing me this garage, like they're showing me that it's still daylight. That matters to you. Something about the job or something about whatever this garage is, because I'm assuming you're walking. Like I can hear keys. I feel like I see your badge. I see your work bag on your arm or whatever it is. But it feels like you are getting off work earlier in the day. Like maybe you had a later job and you're wanting a change to a day shift. So I feel like you're getting that. That's all I get.
Okay, super. Hopefully it helped you. And then we're going to go to Nina Ombre. And Nina Ombre's question, I just actually posted it again so I can pop it up. Is quite sorry about, but I'd like an inquiry. Does anyone else feel like the social media or even the normal conversation with other people have been more about extremism than other years? Or am I just going mad and thinking the reactions about any, I guess there's something else there.
That's all I see. Are you asking us to act spirit, or are you just asking what our general experience has been? Because that doesn't seem like a question that you want us to ask spirit.
I think this is just kind of a general thinking of this comes across as somebody just asking a general question, and generally speaking, I think that social media is just allowing people to communicate more, and so there's going to be good and bad. And for us, we've turned it into something good because we're able to reach out and connect to people whom we could not have otherwise connected to. We have met our Soul Tribe family here of great people, and every week they pop in and they chat with us. We connect to them and they become part of the family. I mean, like with Jojo and her family and Angel Eyes and Creating Balance, their loss is our loss. I mean, I think that for us, if in a general sense, social media may have its extremes and its bad things, but has its good things too. And it's made the world a smaller place, so where we can connect, and it even allows for Angie and I to sit in the same city, the same general city. We're not in the same actual city, but in the same general city, and be doing this and sharing with people, and that's a wonderful thing. So that's just a general commentary for me.
I got that it's just because of the pandemic, it's more polarizing. all we have is social media. We can't get out socially like we used to. So social media is very big. A lot of people get behind the keyboard and they can say what they want. They can be as nice or as mean, as comforting or as antagonistic as they want to be. And we're just more in tune to it because we don't have any other outlets. And sometimes I do feel like it is a lot more extreme, but then sometimes I feel like it's so much love and so much support. I've watched so many of my high school people's children grow up, and I've never even seen them or touched them through social media. So there's always going to be a good and a bad. The pendulum is always going to swing, from good to bad. You have to find your in between. If you need to disconnect. If you need a more positive space, then come here. This is a more positive space. Go to Just Spiritually Speaking and look at some of our videos. Go to our pages and look at some of our videos. There's a lot of positivity out there. You just have to find it. It's what you're tuning into. I have a lot of people on my friend list who I unfollow. They still see my positivity, but I don't see their negativity. It's all in what you plug into and what you give your energy to. So you can add more love to it, or you can take only the bad and absorb it. You decide what you want to do, but social media is going to be its own beast in whichever direction you want it to be, good or bad. For us, it has been a joy.
Yeah, and you can own it or you can not. The point is take it as you need it and give the rest away to somebody else and let them do their destructive behavior if that's what they want to do. I'm not going to tell you anybody what to do on their social media as long as they don't tell me what to do on mine, because I'm sure that some people have objections to what I'm doing. And you know what I say? C'est la vie.
Basically.
Exactly. With that said, I think we're going to move on. Mystic Rain is next, if I am correct, and I think I am.
Yes, Tina said Mystic are next.
Okay.
And we're on number.
And I'm going to get Mystic Rain up there. There we go. And also welcome Queen of Wands, welcome Heart Love Joe and Miriam. Great to see you guys. And the Disciple 25, welcome to you as well. You guys are popping in and we love seeing you join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
As I read your question, I saw the Four of Swords. I saw someone laying on a hard bed, but it's a hard bed because you made it a hard bed. Like, you need this rest. You need this separation. These are Spirit's words, not my words. And I see you laying on this bed, but I see you holding that sword. Like, you're ready to cut, tear. Like, I feel like there's a lot of arguments. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of screaming. But I feel like you already know in your heart what needs to happen. There's just a fear that is telling you not to go. I can't tell you to leave or to stay, but I do feel like you've already mentally made the decision. And in your heart, there doesn't seem to be, like, I don't feel like it's the thing that's holding you is a heart torment. I feel like it's a not wanting to be alone type thing. That's how I feel. I don't get that, like, oh, I love this person so much, I want to stay. Like, I feel like the love has kind of dwindled, and it may be a love as in I love you as a person, not as I'm in love with you and I want to stay with you romantically. I don't get that feeling at all. I don't even get a broken heart as in sorrow and I want to be done with it. I get a tired feeling. Like the Four of Swords is a tired, I need rest type feeling. But also that sword is battle, ready to cut stuff. So I don't feel like you really want to stay. It's the fear of being alone, of not having somebody that is keeping you there. That's what I get.
For me, I was getting, I don't see you ending it yet. I don't see you walking away yet, but I do see eventually that happening. And I don't know if you're just not there yet when it comes to making that decision, or whether you haven't put plans in place. I don't know what it is. What I'm getting is the fact that you're thinking about it already. You're even putting some things in place. And I see you planning the move, and I see you planning the exit. And I don't see, and that's what, again, I think is holding you up, is going to keep you, is that until you get everything in place, so where you can have a safe landing, a soft landing is probably a better way to put it. That's what's going to be that deciding factor, and you're not there yet, but it is coming, and it will be not too long. There will be something. What I'm getting though is there's going to be an incident that's going to put it to get, you're not going to have a choice after that. There's going to be something happen. And when it happens, you're going to say that was a line that's crossed that I don't want to go. And that's it. So again, you're going to be you're planning, you're working on getting things in place. But again, if I were to see it in the cards, I would say the Tower card, because again, unforeseen circumstances jumped in. And when they jumped in, it wound up forcing your hand and you made a quicker exit than you anticipated. So I would be putting things in place, but I think that eventually the decision will not be yours. It's going to be taken away from you because you're going to feel like I don't want to make another decision. There's no other possible decision. That's what I'm getting.
I heard two things: no kids. I don't feel like there's kids involved. And then I feel I saw stacks of money, like you're stacking money. Like when Don says you're making your plans, you mentally, I feel like you're stacking money. You want to be secure. You don't want to leave and be in a bind. I felt like there were stacks of money, or that's what you're trying to do. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, which is again right now with the planning process, which makes very good sense. Absolutely. Next is, and how let us know, Mystic, if any of that made sense. If anything resonated with you, we appreciate that. The next is
number 15. And I don't know how
that was Mystic Rain, number 15. 16 is Emily.
Oh, 16.
Hers is a general reading. Emily Aquien.
That name sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emily Aquien, general. Okay. I see sunflowers, and I also see those little flowers. You know how you take those flowers, you blow them, and then the little petals go everywhere. I feel carefree. I feel kind of an enjoyment. Like I feel like you didn't ask a question because you don't really have an issue. I feel like you're just enjoying the sunshine, and you're kind of questioning why everything is so calm. Like you're waiting for, and I heard, like I literally heard a shoe drop, the other shoe to drop. You seem to be content. I don't feel like there's anything that is stirred up in your life right now, and you just seem to be kind of trudging along with no problems at all. I feel like you're in a relationship. Like I feel like there's a significant person, a significant other, and you're okay too. Like nothing seems to be urgent. Nothing seems to be pressing or in any of the feelings I get. Like you seem to be just calm, even keeled, and just moving along. That's how I get it. I don't get like there's any intensity.
Thank you for the kind words, Mystic Rain. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Emily, for you, the one thing I'm getting is that this is a time of review, a time for you to step back, a time for you to look at what you've accomplished. I don't think you've done this in a while, and I think you need to do this. I think there's something in you that feels like that you're kind of stuck, or you're feeling like you haven't really done. It's like a feeling of, what has my life brought me to? I don't think I've accomplished much, or something like that. You're going through this, and it's like this really, unhappy space in your head. And this is why you need to be doing this. This is your time. You need to be reflective and actually doing an inventory of what it is you've accomplished. Not only what you've accomplished, but things you've set into motion, because that's what this card is. This card is planting the seeds and watching them grow. So you've already planted a lot of seeds and have watched them grow. Now, they may not have come to fruition yet. Again, they may be in the percolation stage. They may be in the growth stage. They may be doing something. But you need to hear this message, and you need to hear it today. That's why you're here. And that is this is a time of reflection, a time to go back and check out, again, give yourself appreciation for what you've already planted, the seeds you planted, the things that are happening in your life, because those things you underestimate, those benefits, you underestimate how they've affected other people. And you need to look at that. You need to know that you have value and that you brought value to this world, because for some reason right now you are in a space, in your headspace, where you're thinking, what have I done? It's nothing. I don't have anything to show for this. And you do. It's just that you haven't done the review. So if I were you, I would start by just saying, what little things have I done that touched other people? And then look at those other people. I bet I would be surprised if again, I think what happens is I'm getting this feeling like you are such a giving and caring person that you're always helping everybody else. You always have room for everybody else. You always have a word for everybody else, a kind word, by the way, for everybody else. You don't like to spite people. You don't like to be angry. You don't like, and when people are fighting, you tend to get in the middle to try to moderate it. And sometimes you wind up taking the abuse. The point is that your impact is greater than you imagine. And so if I were you, again, take this time because this is the energy I'm getting. And yours is only a 1-card pull because I'm getting just so much about this one card. Nothing else matters in this reading right now than this.
Like that sunshine, that sunflower is very, very prominent. Like you are the sunshine. Like, you know how they say sunflowers, I mean, they follow the sun. Like, I feel like the sun follows you. You are a ray of light, and there's like, it really is just even for you. And that's why you're looking back, or you're being told to look back, because you just don't feel like anything is like, there's nothing urgent. It's just, the word they're saying is kind of boring to you right now. And you are wondering, you're just even keeled. There's nothing, like, I even feel like your relationship seems to be very easy breezy. Like, oh, like he knows on Wednesdays you like Starbucks, on Thursdays you like, you know, Italian food. Like it's just so easy. Like you two fit together, and you're just kind of like, wow, is this the way it's supposed to be?
Now, Emily, who is the person? Wow, it's loud. Who is the person that that you worked to put somebody in relationship with? You found somehow you had a friend or something, and you had a friend and you helped that friend find a relationship, or you connected somebody, you brought a party together. Who is that person? Because I'm getting that person for some reason. So it's like that I'm being drawn to remind you. You somehow created an environment, or you introduced somebody who eventually they were together, and this couple was together. And again, they would not be together if not for you. And I'm being told to remind you about that. So think back through your list of different people in your life, but there is somebody who's in a relationship now that was in the relationship only because of you. If you were not there, if you had not put the wheels in motion, that would not have happened. If you want to look anywhere else and think, okay, what have I done? This is one of those things. This is a big thing, because you changed 2 lives, and those lives are going to change a lot of lives. So keep that in mind. Think about that. Who could that be? And then remember that you made a difference. You made a difference. You know, sometimes we just get in our own little funk, and I think that's where this is. But do your inventory. You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. With that said, let's move on. I hope that helps you, Emily. I hope that helped you very much.
Her sister is the person that she put into a relationship.
There you go.
And yes, she is always the one to keep the peace. Like you're so easy breezy. Like you're just no drama at all. Just yeah. She found her soulmate through you.
I'm psychic for a reason. I mean, it's like, you know, it's interesting how sometimes the cards work, sometimes the psychic stuff work, but in the end, certain things come through because you're meant to hear them at that time. And that's why you came here tonight, and that's why you had this conversation with us, because you needed to hear this. You needed to understand that you are someone who has a lot to value. And if you do that inventory, you'll realize how many lives you've changed. I truly, truly know that. I know that. I don't guess it. I know it. All right. Next with that is Chrissy Chandler. And Chrissy Chandler says, "What's coming for me in love? I'm single." I'm guessing she's there. She's single. There we go. And I love that Kina actually types these up in our private chat, because I've learned now, instead of looking for them, I'm just going to highlight them, put them in there, hit the button, and then highlight them once they go public, and everybody can see them. Then that means
smarter, Don. We're working smarter now.
Exactly. Maybe I learned something there. Smarter, not harder. Because that digging through stuff was getting on my damn nerves.
Kina cracked the whip. She was like, "Look, people, put your question in there so I can post your question over there."
Exactly. Yeah, she's even pushed us. I caught her. She nudged us up once or two times. She's like, "Next." You're right, Kina. Keep us on mode. Keep us moving. Keep us moving.
Chrissy, I immediately got a fiery feeling, like deep, like an excitement. Like there is somebody who is coming, who is going to excite you, who is going to arouse you. And I hear fun, flirty, fast, but I don't hear forever or long term. Fun, flirty, fast. I feel like it's going to be a summer fling. It's going to be a good time. It's going to give you a boost of confidence. It's going to keep a smile on your face. But either this person seems like they're going to have to move away or something, and you don't want to move away or something like that. But I do feel fast, passion, and furious. Like I see the the Ace of Wands, and I've always been I've heard people say that's the male. I'm just saying, but I do feel like someone new is coming, but I got a rush of passion that went through. And like I said, fun, flirty, fast, but not long lasting is how I got it. And that's it. And I keep hearing the words tall, dark, and handsome.
I'm going to turn to the cards because I'm not really getting any other energies right now, Chrissy. So let's see what the cards have to say. Joe, Joseph, Jared, John, one of those names, something like that is what Jonathan, maybe even hyphenated between like two kind of deal. I don't know, but
John.
Could be. There's somebody that's who's coming in. That's the name that's coming in. They are going to be somebody who is articulate, somebody who is relatively bright. They're going to challenge you. It's not going to be smooth. It's going to be a challenge. They're going to be wanting the best. They're going to want the best for themselves, and therefore they're going to want the best for you. Like I said, I can see the fire that Angie's talking about. It's passionate, but it's also it's one of those things that some of the things that that attracts you also repels you, kind of deal. That's what I'm getting. And so there are certain things about that. Physically, they have what you're looking for. They are, again, tall and very handsome. But they're not very open. They're not as open as, I don't get like, they're not like this a very emotional person. They're not very emotive. I guess you should put that way, not emotional, but they're not emotive. And that's gonna be a problem for you because you like to try to read people, and this one is gonna be hard to read. And again, that's also what's gonna draw you to them, because you are somebody who is, you'll be kind of, what do you call it? You're gonna figure this out. You're gonna get it. You're gonna figure them out. That's the point. Is you're in your head. You're thinking, I'm gonna figure them out. So it's like a challenge.
You like a challenge, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I see that this person is a challenge to you. And again, that's the thing that draws you to them, but it also repels you to a degree, because you're like, damn, enough already. Sometimes it's going to be difficult. And yeah, I don't see this lasting forever, but I think this is a Mr. Right now, not Mr. Right. That's what I'm seeing. Anything else, Angie, or no?
Nope, that's it. Like I just keep getting the passion, and that it tall, dark, and handsome, and short lived. I kept hearing short lived, short lived, short lived. So don't hang your hopes. Like don't start subscribing to brides.
Exactly. And that's for Chrissy Chandler. Next is Julie. Hopefully, Chrissy, that helped you. Next is Julie. And Julie, if
did she leave? Keena said she left.
Okay.
I remember her saying I gotta go.
Okay. So do you want to just do a quick general, or just wait till next time, or how do you want to do it, Angie? Are you picking anything up? Or?
I can try.
I keep trying to remind myself to turn my mic off when I have to have the sniffles, but
I see water receding, like off of a beach, like maybe emotions are calming down or moving back. She went through a very emotional time because the water is murky when it comes up on the shore, but it's clear as it pulls back from the shore and goes back into the ocean. I do feel like a very strong, like it's a heavy emotional feeling that I get for Julie. I hear that it's love, but I also feel like she's now liberated. Like I see someone with their hands just up in the air and they're just kind of liberated from whatever this was. And now they're on the beach just enjoying the freedom or release of whatever this was. It doesn't seem to like it seems more of a like this would have been a confirmation that you did make the right choice in leaving or moving on or whatever you did. I don't feel like it's a yeah, that's all I get.
What I'm getting instantly, Julie, is that you are empathic, and I'm getting that that unfortunately you don't know how to quite yet how to turn it off and turn it on, and I'm getting a lot of energy right here, a lot of a lot of butterflies and some like piercing and stuff. So again, I'm getting the feeling that you take a lot in and you can't seem to push it out. You need to figure out a way to handle your empathic skills and your abilities. They can be debilitating. They can actually be very debilitating if you walk into a room. Last week we spoke of, I don't know if it was on this channel or the other one, where the gold light and creating a gold shield to protect yourself. Okay, good. Check out that video from last week. Find that space where we talk about the gold and use that as your armor. You have, if anybody else has a question about it, same thing. If you are empathic, if you walk into a room and you feel a lot of energy instantly, if you feel a lot of different energy all at the same time, you probably have some you are empathic, or you have some empathic abilities. Check out last week's video and connect to find that area where it says about the gold and use that gold armor. Because again, Julie, I'm getting the fact that you've opened up the door, you've wanted to learn, and because you feel assaulted and continually emotionally assaulted with all these feelings, and you need to learn how to deal with them. You need to learn to keep them in place. You need to learn how to turn them off when you can. And that's what I'm seeing, is that that is your overall arching thing. You really need to deal with that. You need to get that under control, because it's going to eat you alive if you don't.
Maybe that's what that was. I felt the heaviness and I saw the water receding. So I thought emotion. Maybe you go to the beach, or you go to the water, or you go to nature to release, because there was a definite release with your hands in the air. You felt lighter. So maybe that's where you recharge, is in the water. Like you're on a beach clearly, and there is definitely that heaviness in the chest. And I figured since it was the water, that's emotion for me. So maybe that's where you charge.
Yeah. Yep. So find resources, find people, and find information on your barriers. Build your barriers. Know when to put them up, when to take them down, and deal with your empathic abilities, because they will not go away, and they will worry. They will continue to grind on you. So, and don't let them do that, because it's not a bad thing. It's just learning how to handle them. That's the key. With that said, our next person is Oily. And
General Ali.
Oily.
Is it Ali?
Is it Ali? Oily. Yeah, I've got my that's my dyslexia there, right? Oily Ali. Sorry, Ali. I am so sorry.
I remember this person, so I think
yeah, they've been here 1 or 2 times so far, at least. Yeah. And the last time I think I got it wrong too.
I am getting a night journey. You're in a car, so you're traveling. They're just showing me the trees in the open sky, so I feel like whatever's ahead of you is open to your interpretation, or whatever you want. Like the road ahead of you, it's an open road for you. Like as I look out your windshield as you're driving along in the night, it's just a clear sky, and then there's trees. So if it was daytime, it would be lush trees, and then there's a glimmer in the night sky of light. So you're following a light, like there's a pull, something is pulling you somewhere on this journey, and you are following that light, but you don't exactly know where you're going, but you know that you have to go somewhere, or that this journey is starting. So maybe it's your awakening, or maybe it's you know that you have to go. So I feel like you're going. I feel like you're in the car and you're journeying. So maybe you've started this journey mentally, but physically you haven't started to move. But there is something that is pulling you somewhere. That's what I get.
I'm not really connecting anything specific for Ollie. Trying.
I want to know if Ollie is a mechanic or you're thinking about being a mechanic or something to do with machinery. Like I hear new job, definitely. And then I see like engines and equipment. So I feel like wherever it's taking you, or truck driver or something, like you're on this journey and you're going somewhere, but I do hear a new job and I feel like it's like mechanic or something like that, like you're doing something with your hands. And I do hear the words new job.
The one thing I'm getting from Ollie, it could be coming with that new job, is Ollie, are you looking at moving, leaving, maybe even moving from another country? I mean, going from country to country. I'm getting this feeling of motion, the feeling of movement, the feeling of breaking away. And again, that word's very specific, breaking away. It's like you need a change. You don't like the stagnant energy that you are in now. You've been looking at options, and one of those options are actually moving, but moving from a different country. I mean, I see a drastic move. I feel a drastic energy necessary for this, and there's a lot of momentum around it that's coming up. So, so don't be surprised if you are changing. I can see you actually leaving one country, going to work someplace else. I can see you. I can see a lot of people trying to tell you not to do this. I can see a lot of people giving you advice that maybe this isn't the way you want to do it, but I'm seeing you doing it anyway. I'm seeing you jumping off and just doing it. I see you actually moving. And again, I don't see you moving from state to state. I don't think you're in this country, actually. I think you're in another country, because I don't see you moving state to state. I see you actually moving country to country. And I see you working someplace else and getting settled in someplace else. And I think you need this. I think you need to shake things up. And that's what this is.
I don't feel like they have a destination in mind. Like that light that I see is he knows or she knows that they have to go. They just don't know where yet. Like I feel like it's a light that, and they're just following it. Like they're showing me the wise men following the star to get to Christ. Like I feel like that's what it is. It's a calling that strong that is telling them to that is pulling him along. Like I definitely see, but then I do see the divine hand of the Ace of Wands being a comfort. And I think that he or she is going to move forward. Like they are going to go, like you said, the journey.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep. And I see this happening somewhere before summer. I don't see happening. I don't see happening immediately, but before summer, I can see.
Oh, maybe that's why it's dark winter night.
Oh, could be. Yeah, could be. Yeah. Yep, and maybe that's why the sun then moving toward the sun or someplace warm, someplace. So, hopefully it helps you, Ollie.
We always get it.
Exactly. Next is Mel, and Mel is saying that if you have time, I would like a general reading. I have been feeling a bit tense and have been sensing my spirit guides.
I literally heard about time. Literally, like about time. Like they've been shaking you, surrounding, like you're walking, and I feel like they're just around you, just chattering, like hello, hello, and it's like they were hello, like that's literally how I feel like they are approaching you, like, and I feel like maybe it was one, then it was two, and now it's three. Like I feel like it's a whole group of them trying to get your attention at this time. I don't feel like you were ignoring them for any religious reasons. Like they are telling me no to that. It just feels like a kind of a disbelief or is this real type situation. It doesn't feel like there's any institution that is keeping you from realizing. It's just kind of mysterious to you. And is it real? Is it like, is it? Kind of that's how it feels to me, but definitely someone trying to talk to you. I keep hearing Casper, like the friendly ghost, like maybe you don't. Oh, maybe was your trepidation, and that was their word, trepidation, that you didn't know if these were friendly spirits that were coming to you, So because I hear Casper, the friendly ghost, like they're showing me the little Casper ghost. So you know that they're friendly, that they're welcoming, that you can interact with them. Like maybe you had a stigma of these like of opening a Pandora's box and not being sure of what you were going to encounter. That's how they show it to me.
Yeah, no, I see. For lack of a better way to put it, it is kind of like it's about damn time, and it's like, but you had sensed it before, you had known it before, but for some reason you were like, if I don't see it, I don't hear it, then it's not happening. And you were kind of hoping it would go away. And that does happen sometimes for people, they lose it, but you have a very strong connection. And this gift came to you from your mom. You're getting this from, this is a genetic kind of gift. And so and again, I believe everybody can develop it. You didn't have to. If anything, you had to fight it. So so what I'm getting is, again, that you have to that it's good that you're opening up to it. The one thing that I would be cautious, and then it's interesting, is that they all want to now talk to you. They all have a lot to say, and so it's like, be careful, because exactly, because you really you want to be careful about getting overloaded. And they all want to chat with you. They want to share with you. So what you should do is make sure that you speak to them verbally, out loud. I'm serious. You talk to them, ask them who they are, to see if they'll give you any communication. And then once you do that, listen to, open up, and tell them,
Gatekeeper.
ask one of them to be the gatekeeper. Ask one of them to kind of be in control. Because if not, if you haven't seen this show yet, it's so funny. It's called Ghosts. It's on Thursday night, and it's about these people.
You told me about that.
Yes, I love it. And the people come in and they buy a property, and then the lady has an accident and she almost dies, and then she starts seeing ghosts. And then all these ghosts talk to her all the time, even when she doesn't want them to, and she tries to put them in control, and there's no one in control. You can do this. Have a gatekeeper. Talk to your gatekeeper. Call out your gatekeeper friend, who he is, and then with that, make sure that you make that gatekeeper have the communication control, because they will drive you crazy. There were so many of them. They will drive you crazy.
He said he was thinking of watching that show. I feel like you have the question to say, how do I appoint a gatekeeper? You could say, who has the most urgent message? Who has the most relevant message? Who is the strongest? Like you can command them. You can talk to them. You can say whatever. You can say it's too much, one at a time, or not during the day, not during you set the parameters, and they will communicate how they are. The reason it was so many is because you were ignoring it for so long.
Yeah. And I would tell you that show is so funny, but it's so right on target sometimes, because
I have to watch it.
When you're watching it, you're sitting there, I'm sitting there, and one of the ghosts will walk into the room, and then she's sitting there with her husband, and they're chatting, and all of a sudden the ghost comes in and interrupts, and then she has to look at them and talk to them while he's sitting there, and he's like, what is going on? He can't hear it, so he only hears her part of it. And I'm like, I live this from time to time. My family's like, have you lost your, who are you talking to? Anymore, they're like, they just shake their head. But now they're curious. They want to know, what are you hearing? What are they saying? It's like this guy, and I've watched his evolution, and their evolution has been his evolution. So whoever writes this must have some connection to understand what these characters, how they behave and how they interrupt, because they will, unless you put them in control. And that's what you need to do. So find your control, find your gatekeeper, find the strongest person, the strongest energy that's around you, and have them then control the rest, because that'll save you. You don't want to control them. You need to leave it to them. Let him or her, that energy, control the rest of them. So yeah, I would do that if I were you. But yes, do that. Embrace that. Embrace this.
Okay. He says he thinks that one is talking about his relationship and the other is talking about his career path. Well, you decide and you can even tell them how you want to receive. I don't know that they'll always listen, because my people don't, but you can tell them, like, come to me in a dream, like journal, a song, a movie, whatever. Like, try to make sure that you're really receiving, and they'll communicate with you how you are best able to receive.
Also set parameters. Tell them that we're not talking after certain hours. So tell the gatekeeper to not let anybody come into your space, after a certain hour. That doesn't always work, but it's worth trying, and it works for some people. Another areas, nobody's allowed them in the bedroom. No spirits in the bedroom. Again, let the gatekeeper set those parameters. Tell the gatekeeper the parameters, and then the gatekeeper will set those parameters, and they will do their best. So again, talk to the gatekeeper. I know it sounds strange when you're talking to nobody, but you aren't talking to nobody. I promise you, you are talking to somebody. Those entities are there. And when you start communicating and they start communicating back with you, or they'll pass by you and every once in a while kind of maybe get a little irritated with you, and they push you a little bit, and you're like, okay, damn, okay, I get the point, then okay, there is somebody here. There is
someone named John. Samuel just said, because I was like, you want me to send Samuel over there to talk to him? But he said, John, I think there's someone named John. Also, do you hike? I feel like I see you kind of like trudging up a mountain or a hill with a stick or something, like dressed in that gear. So either that's a guide or that's you. But I feel like you are out in nature, and that would be a good time to clear your mind and just kind of listen without everything being absorbed by the outside world. Like, you need to focus.
Yeah, hopefully that helps you, Mel, and hopefully that gives you a starting point. And again, don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to communicate, but make it verbal, because they do hear you. They do hear you. Sometimes they may not hear it's in your head, but they can hear when you tell it out there. And make sure that you take control and that you control the conversations. Okay. So let's go with that.
And ask
with that,
one of them if their name is John. That's what Samuel said.
Exactly. There you go. Because John maybe wind up being the gatekeeper, right? That would be good, huh? So next question is for Yolanda. Yolanda says, I just need to know my purpose and immediate next move, please. Did I hit the wrong button? I did. There we go. I'm still running around. What? There we go. Wow.
I got two images. First, I got something about a medical field, like maybe that's what you do. And then I got a trail of kids along a white picket fence, like a whole bunch of kids, like either you're dropping them off or picking them up, or you're a teacher. Like, I see school buses and I see kids at the being dropped off at school. So are you saying that work is keeping you from kid time, or or like it's a whole bunch going on? Like, because I saw two scenes very quickly. One, the medical or job or career related, and I feel like it's the medical field. And then I saw the children at the school getting on the bus or being released from school or being dropped off at school. So I'm wondering if there's a conflict between work and family. Like, is that what your issue is? Because you said my immediate next move. Are you thinking of having a career change that would allow you more time for the family, is what I'm kind of getting an understanding of? Or are you, no, that's exactly what I'm getting at. You may be trying to make a career move that would allow you more time, or either to build a family or something like that. But you can go ahead, Dom.
I guess Yolanda, if you could help us here with one question that I have back to you. And again, is your life path purpose, or you're looking at your career purpose? I mean, what purpose are you talking about? Because when you talk about purpose in general, it can be confusing. If you're talking about your life path, you're not on your life path. And I don't mean to bring you down, but you're not on your life path right now. You have altered from it, and you're a bit astray. And maybe that's why you're asking the question, because you're feeling that again, you're not where you need to be, or you're not headed in the road you need to be.
Do you feel like she should be in a more nurturing space?
I believe she needs to be in a more, yes. Well, the nurturing, not for her nurturing though, but her to be nurtured.
Okay.
That's how I'm getting it.
I'm nurturing. Okay.
Yeah. For me, I'm getting, she feels that she needs to be nurtured, because I'm getting, she needs to be in a space that is more respectful or appreciative of what she has in her skill set. And more importantly, though, I don't think she's on her life path. I think that she's deviated from it. And I think that she was pulled off of it by a few other intervening incidences that kind of took her off in that direction. But if you're looking to make a move, you need to make a move back toward your life path. And therefore, you need to be speaking to your spirit guides, and you need to be finding out what it is they want for you, what they want from you, and how to get there. And again, my feeling was you need more nurturing. I think you need more. I think you have not, you're giving more than you get. You are very nurturing, but you're not getting nurtured, and you need to, you're giving a little more than you get. I think you need to spin that thing around. You need to make sure that you are getting something back. And this next step that you take must lead you back to that way, because again, you have a lot to give. It's just that you're not expecting other people to give back to you. And that's the point. You gotta flip the script.
While you were talking, I saw the 6 of coins. There's not a balance.
Yep.
Work, life, give, receive. You're not balanced. That's exactly how I saw it as you were saying it. I clearly saw the 6 of coins and the balance, and you're more of a giver than you are a receiver. And you're asking your purpose because you feel like they're now showing me the 4 of swords, that you are needing rest.
Yeah,
you are tired. Yeah. Okay.
And that's from the imbalance. That's also from the imbalance, because again, she's giving far more than she gets. So you got to flip that script. Who is next? Next is Miriam. How is Muhammad gonna react to me confronting him about him hiding stuff from me? I'm getting ready to post it up.
Without even going psychically, you use the word confronting, so it sounds confrontational. And the first thing Spirit told me to say was, how would you feel if you were confronted about someone hiding stuff, or about you hiding stuff? So confronting automatically was the word that Spirit latched onto. And if it's going to be confrontational, I feel like it's going to be angry just because of the approach. Now, if you're just going to have a discussion, that's different, but you use the word confronting because I feel like there's anger boiling up inside. You're upset about it, and now you're going to be like this. You said you did, like, I feel like you have dates, times, texts, emails, like you have it all ready, just ready to fire off, and it's going to be a fiery argument or discussion because you're so amped up. You're ready to go. You're ready to blow. Like, I literally see a head, that emoji where the head is just popped off. Like, I feel like you're over the top. Like, you're angry. Like, I'm getting hot. Like I'm looking at me, but I'm all red because I'm so upset. That's how you feel. And you're ready to let it go. And so, unless you can find a more peaceful way to say it, it's going to blow up, and it's going to be a lot of yelling back and forth. If you're just looking for proof to just walk away, then just lay out your argument, however, and then walk away. But if you're like, I feel like there's hope. You're still having hope that even with all the evidence that you have, that it's going to turn out a different way. As mad as you are, and you have all this evidence, you're still hoping that there's a reason for it or an explanation for it. But you have all these things. And if you confront the way that you say, it's going to be angry and yelling and screaming. And no, he's not going to react well to it.
I don't think I'd add much more. I think right on target there. I think that says it all. Really.
She said, yeah, and she says, I am upset. So just maybe take a couple days and kind of think about it. Like, I feel like you could wait a year and you're still going to be mad. Like, you're just ready to let it go. Like, this is your day in court is how you feel. And you're just ready to let it pop off and let the chips fall where they're made. So,
yeah. And I think this goes back to this is a conversation or a confrontation. And again, if you come at it with a confrontational attitude, you will get confrontation. You will get pushback. And
she said, I already texted him, but I feel like the text was like this. It was just angry. She was just letting it go, just ripping it. And it was pages and pages and pages of text. Like, she was just hot under the collar, and now she's ready to say everything that she texts
Yes.
To him to see the anger in his face or how he's going to react. But you are very fired up and ready to be done with this. You just want to have your say.
The sad part is I don't feel, I'm not getting a feeling from Muhammad that he's going to have a very sympathetic ear. I think he's going to be ticked, and it's going to be quite opposite. Even if he's guilty, he's just going to be pissed, and he's going to blow off. And he's not going to give you that I'm so sorry speech or my dear, forgive me. It's going to be more, it's going to be very aggressive. It's a very,
like I hear F-bombs, like they're just going to fly.
Exactly. Yep. So I don't think this is going to go the way you think it is. I think this is going to go.
She said we're right about the little glimmer of hope that there was an explanation. Yeah. Like, even though you have all the evidence, you want it to be like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. And I don't feel remorse on his side at all. I don't feel any remorse. Like, it's kind of like, I mean, now what? Either you want to stay or you want to go. Like, I don't feel like he has any remorse at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like you knew what you got when you got it. You know, I hate to say it, but you knew what you had, and you just thought maybe not you, but he came to you the same way. Found him the same way. Did I go too far? Sorry. That's what I thought.
But if I had not been drinking, I was going to say, how did you two hook up? That was my next thought, but okay.
Yep,
moving forward.
Queen of Wands, you are next, but I don't see a question. Was there I know it's a specific question. Oh, here it is. I see it now. There we go. We got it. We're good.
Yes, I can hear Keena yelling from the other room. Yes, it is.
Will it be fulfilling for both of us, and do we both equally want it? What is it that is fulfilling? What did I miss? I missed something here. My bad. Will it
wait,
be?
What, Keena? Oh, wait, what?
Is this then? What does Spirit want me to know about the relationship I am pursuing? Okay, so it's like a two-part question.
She said, no. Hold on. She said, no.
Say what?
She said, about the relationship I am pursuing. Oh, okay. What does Spirit want me to know about the relationship I am pursuing? Is that right, Queen of Wands? What? I hear Keena laughing. What are you saying, Keena? Okay, she said read the last one specific. My question is, what does Spirit want me to know about the relationship I am pursuing? Will it be fulfilling for both of us? And do we both equally want it? I am going to read into this, but I have a question. And Spirit, this is Spirit led. Have you ever asked your other significant person what he wanted? Like, you're asking Spirit to tell you, but have you actually said these questions to your significant other? That was the one question that Spirit came back to me. Like, have you asked him or her what they want? I hear the word Tim. I don't know if that's his name, Tim, Jim, something along those rhyming words. I heard no. When I said, do we both equally want it? I heard no. I feel like you want it more. They're showing me a scale and you're higher. You want it more than this person wants it. You seem to be a little bit more serious than this person is. Tim or timid. It's either timid or Tim, but I feel like he's being pushed along in the relationship. Like, he's not resisting, but he's not moving forward. Like you're pushing the relationship along. So I don't know. That's all I'm getting thus far. She said his name is not Tim, so maybe it's timid. But I don't feel like you both want it equally.
Yeah, the image I got was pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Is that I think that one of you is going too fast for the other, and that and that's just not the
See him being pushed.
Mhm. Feeling pushed, not being pushed, but even feeling pushed is the thing I was getting, because he feels like he's being again he's moving at a speed at which he's not ready, and I don't know if that's going to be a continuous a smooth road, because I think that he takes things slower. He thinks through things slower. He's a little more methodical. You're a little more emotional, is what I'm getting, and so he has to work through things in his head through a progression. You have to work things through your stages of highs and lows when it comes to happiness and sadness. I mean, and that's the very big difference between the two of you. And for him, that's something that he has to grasp, because he doesn't think that way, and he does. It's a bit of a challenge for him to from time to time to see you kind of bubble up or boil up, and he's sitting there going, "Wow, for what?" So I think.
Queen of Wands, are you familiar with Sex in the City? I get that Charlotte spirit where you're a woman of a particular age and you are ready to be married. You have been dating since you were 15. And when is he coming? When is you're forever going to be there? Like, I feel like you're of a particular age and you're ready to cross marriage off. Like, that's the thing. Check, done it. And so not so much the love of it, but it's that time of my life that it needs to happen, is how I feel that it is. You asked what advice would we give? Just relax and let it simply flow. You have put a timeline on something based on your own beliefs of what you think. I should be married by 30. I should have, or, I should be married by 25. I should have kids by this age. I should be this. I should be like, I feel like you have a specific timeline and he's the person that's in that spot now. So he better be ready to marry me. I don't feel like there is true, deep, intentional, long lasting love in this relationship. I feel like I'm a woman of a particular age. Let's do this. Let's move forward, because this is a natural progression of life, not because we love each other so much.
Yeah, and I think that feeds into the failure of letting the relationship grow, and the relationship has to grow, and you're growing, but he's not yet. And again, he's growing at a slower pace. So if you have the patience, you may indeed you may get to where you want to be. But if you don't have the patience to work with him and to allow him to move along at his speed while you're getting impatient with yours, all that you may do is you wind up alienating both of you from each other, because again, he's not going to speed up. That's not how he thinks and not who he is. And so you have a choice: slow down or go bye-bye. I mean, it's I see it that way. I don't, and it's not a bad thing either way, because again, it could frustrate you throughout the rest of your life if this continues to be the pattern. But at the same time, it depends on what you want to do.
She said, how would I slow down? What is the rush? Why are you so in rush to be to the altar? Like I get a timeline. Like, you may appreciate his personality. That is what you're saying. And you do want to be with someone who loves you, and you may have genuine feelings for him. But ultimately, I don't feel like you are ready to marry solely on love. This is the timeline. This is where I am in my life. This is what I need to do. And I do have strong feelings for this person. Maybe it'll turn into that forever love. So yes, all those things may be true, but like Don says, let it grow, let it happen naturally, and don't force it. Like you're so, why isn't it happening now? Like you saying, how can I slow down? Just enjoy the moment. Like, I don't feel like there's serious issues in the relationship, Don. Like, I don't feel like they're arguing and fussing and fighting. I just feel like if you would just go with the flow of the relationship and enjoy dinner, movie, going out, family events, like whatever it is, if you would just enjoy the moment instead of looking for the goal, you would be okay. That's your problem. You're you see the goal and you want to know why aren't you moving in that direction. Just enjoy the moment.
Yeah, and that's the question. That is the question about how are you able to slow down. You slow down just by letting it organically grow on its own. And if it withers on the vine on its own, so be it as well. But you have to just step back. Sometimes you just have to do the frozen thing. Let it go, and let it go when it comes to pushing. Let it just flow. Let it flow, let it flow. And if it flows out the door, well, it wasn't meant for you anyway. And there it was a good thing. But I think that's the point I'm trying to make, and that's what Angie's making as well, is that you want to control, you want to push, you want to maneuver, and this is not this person. This person needs to come about it at his own speed. And if you want that person, that kind of personality in your life, then this is great. If it's not, then maybe this isn't the person for you, because again, he's going to move at his speed, whether you like it or not.
I don't feel resistance. I just don't feel like speed. Like he's not being like back up off me. It's just kind of, why are we moving so fast?
I don't feel urgency. I don't feel any urgency. Exactly. That's what I'm getting. Hopefully that helped you. Hearts love Joe. You are next. And your question is, what are Jackson's current feelings toward me?
What are Jackson's current feelings towards me? Okay.
You are welcome, Queen of Wands. You're welcome. Thank you. Once again, I'm not feeling that kind of. I'm not feeling. I don't feel like it's. I don't get a strong feeling. Sorry.
Again, the question that Spirit is asking me again: did you ask Jackson? Like you're coming to us to ask Spirit to go into his mind and to tell you, but did you say, do you like me? How do you feel about me? Where are we going with this? What do you want? Like, I feel like if you're too afraid to ask that person, then should you really be with that person? There shouldn't be any fear in asking, how do you feel about me? Like, are you clinging too tight to the relationship thinking that if you ask those questions, Jackson will leave? Like, I don't get any sense anyway of anything. Like, I don't get any emotion. I don't get anger. I don't get love. I just get a blankness. And then that question comes up. Are you asking Jackson this question? How do you feel about me? What do you want to know? And if that person can't articulate how they feel about you, what are their actions towards you? Do they feel loving? Do they feel neglectful? Like, I feel like when you asked this question, you already knew the answer. You wanted us to confirm something that you were already feeling. So how do his actions how do Jackson's actions feel toward you? Are they loving? Are they caring? Are they receptive? Are they, things that you want to feel and you just fear? Or is it that you feel neglected and you want to know, does this person like me because I'm too afraid to ask because they may leave if I ask those questions? Fear shouldn't lead you. If you want to know, then ask. You're asking us publicly. So just ask him or her privately. But I don't get anything.
Yeah, and I don't think they're in a relationship. I don't get the feeling of a relationship either. I don't think they're even in a relationship. I believe that there's a curiosity there, and maybe does this person feel something more than me than I can imagine? But I don't even sense a relationship. I do not sense that you're in a relationship, and I do not sense that it's going to go anywhere, even if it were to be raised. I don't see this going anywhere. I don't feel anything about this at all. And at least usually I get some kind of twinge, but
no emotion, nothing. Like it was a blank slate.
Yep, absolutely. That's what I'm getting. Sorry. Hopefully that isn't too painful to hear, but we don't lie to you here. We tell you what we get, information-wise. And for some reason, I just posted something and it doesn't come down. What the heck? So let me try to pull it back up there. There we go. This one's a long one. The Disciple 25, just wondering if I am on the right path with earth-moving heavy equipment operator. I have been trying to get into a job in this field for a while. had numerous interviews, but not got it yet.
I heard no, as he said, as Don read, earth moving heavy equipment operator. I feel like you chose this job for the money, not for the passion or what you want to do. It is not what you want to do, and that's why you're not giving it. Like, you don't seem genuine in the interview. Like, you seem interested and excited about the money. Like, oh, this will make me good money, but it doesn't feel like I feel like whoever's interviewing you knows the ins and outs about this, and they can see that it's the money. Like, I feel like this is something that makes a lot of money, but it's not going to be something you're like, and is there like training and money that is involved? And I feel like whoever's interviewing and thinking about, this is how much it's going to cost to train you. This is how much money we're going to invest in you. And you're going to stay short time because maybe this isn't what you want. And that is coming across. Like, that energy seems to be coming across. Like, I feel like you're sitting across from me and I'm looking at you and I'm like, this isn't a genuine desire for the job. This is a money. This will pay the bills. This will give me an advancement. I can get in and get out. And they feel like you're like, it's an advancement and it's an investment. And they don't want to put that investment in someone who's going to be short term.
Yeah.
I feel like you're very much a creative soul. Like, you need to do something creative, artsy. And this, again, is just money.
Yeah, the thing that I got is that I think that spirit, I think that the universe is intervening to not give you this job, because they're afraid that when you get this job and you start making that amount of money, that you may be wanting it for the money, but you will not be happy, and you will be a very unhappy person for a long time to come, because once you start making the money, you can't not make the money. So you're gonna be stuck. And the universe is like, why get stuck? Now, I think that if you keep applying, I think if you were to apply a few more times, you will eventually get it, because the universe is only going to step in and try to save you a few times. But ultimately, if you really want this to happen, it probably will happen. But if it does, again, the universe is going to look at you and say, told you so, told you so, told you so. Because again, this is not where the universe believes your path is.
Are you walking away from a teaching job or a job that pays less? For some reason, a spirit told me to shuffle, and I got the 8 of Cups. Walking away. Are you walking away from a job that does not pay a lot, or are you trying to walk away from a job that does not pay as much as this job is? But I hear destiny's calling. Destiny's calling. This isn't your destiny, so you're supposed to be like. I feel like you're walking away from something that is meaningful because it doesn't pay, and spirit is saying it will. Your payoff is coming. I clearly hear your payoff is coming, but if you go to this, you're not walking away from another job, but they're definitely showing me that you're walking away from something. And I feel like you do have a current something, or maybe you're walking away from destiny, because I hear destiny's calling. So they're calling you to do something else and you won't do it because I feel like you've heard how much, or you've seen how much it pays. And that's all I'm getting.
Yeah.
Again, this is definitely the card that I saw.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm again, for me, it just comes to the fact, it goes back to the fact that I just think that this isn't where you're meant to be, and therefore they keep throwing up roadblocks. Eventually, if you decide that that's what you're going to do and you're damned to have it your way, then they're going to let you be damned, and you're going to get the job eventually, and it's not going to be fulfilling, and you're going to be very unhappy, but you're going to feel locked in and trapped. And that's the word I'm hearing, trapped. You're going to feel trapped, and you're going to feel trapped by your own decisions. So I think that as you look at your options, I just don't see this being where the universe wants you to be. They do not believe this is your path. This is so they're helping you to move away.
He's very determined, and he did walk away from a job years ago.
Well, again, I think determined. Keep going. But again, do not be surprised if, again, the hurdles, there's going to be quite a bit of resistance still. This is not going to be an easy opportunity to get. Once you do get it, of course, you'll do okay, but I'm telling you that the universe is throwing roadblocks up because they're trying to dissuade you.
I hear them saying, because I went to school for it. You went to school for this heavy moving job. So it was 24. It's 2022 and you went to school for this in 2014. I'm gonna pretty much say probably not at this point. That was a long time ago if that's when you went to school for this. And I clearly hear spirit saying you're not going to get a job. You need to do what destiny is calling you to. Like I hear, like there's a song I heard and the lady, she rhythmically says over and over, destiny's calling you. Destiny's calling you. You know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. You know what you love to do, what makes your heart what like warms your heart, and you're not doing it. Destiny, like I feel like you see posters about it, you see people doing it, and you know what it is, but you're just, I'm not looking, I'm not looking, I'm not looking. And you're thinking that if I keep trying hard enough, you can keep trying, but they just show up like that guy with a boulder and he's pushing it uphill. That's you. You're making it harder than it has to be. If you would just do what your destiny is calling you to do, then you would be okay. You're unhappy because you're trying to do something that is not right for you. And you asked what spirit was saying. That's what spirit is saying. You don't have to listen to us, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, actually, I see you long term. I see you long term being happy teaching something, teaching licensing, teaching licensure, teaching what it is you
That's
learned.
exactly what I saw, like
Yes,
teaching.
yes, I see you helping other people get into these fields and things, but I just don't see you doing. I don't see you doing that. I see you instead helping other people, navigating them, helping them get into positions of for this kind of stuff, or again, licensures, getting them trained and those kind of things. That's what I see you doing. I don't see you actually doing it. I see you actually helping others to do it, and that's where you're going to make your money, and you're going to, and that's going to bring the two things together. But that's just my way of thinking. Hopefully, no matter which way, again, you have free will. No matter what we say, no matter what anybody says, you can do whatever you want, and you will do whatever you want. I'm just trying to tell you, and Angie's telling you what the universe is telling us, and we're just relaying to you why it's been difficult. From that point, though, you have total control. You can make things happen, and I wish you well. I hope things do work out for you. Believe me, I don't mind being wrong in these situations. I prefer being wrong if that's what helps and makes you happy. So I think next is Rosa. Hopefully it helps you. Next is Rosa, and Rosa has a specific question. And Rosa is who you see new coming toward me soon with good intentions and love this year and when. You're welcome, disciple. Appreciate you popping by. Don't forget to keep us updated. Don't hesitate to drop us updates and let us know. And come on back each week and get more readings. That would be great too.
Rosa, who is Mikey or Mickey or some derivative of a Michael, Mickey, Mike name? Is that an X or is, I hear that name specifically, Mikey, Mickey, something like that. That name came as I read the question a couple times. I don't know if he's an X that is blocking or if he's someone new or someone that you're interested in. But I clearly heard that word. I do feel light flutters of something coming in on the horizon, but I don't feel like it's going to be maybe 2 or 3 months before it happens. She says, it's an ex. I don't want him ever. I'm so sorry. As I read that, okay. So, okay, all right. He is a black. Kina is laughing in there. See, and I'm sorry. He's an ex and he's blocking you not because you want him, because you have so much of him still that you carry over to your new relationships. You, everything that he or she that he did wrong to you, as soon as someone does anything remotely like that, you're nope, nope, nope. He used to say it like that, like he used to do this, he used to eat that, he used to eat his apple with the rind on, and I hate that. Like whatever he did, everything he did makes you mad. And if anybody does that, you're like, absolutely not. Next, next, next. But I do feel the flutters are someone coming. You just have to get over that hatred And that was Spirit's word, hatred for your ex. You do not, like, he is the block right now. So being able to let your guard down a little bit and not keep comparing. You're comparing not in a, oh, I want him type of way, but in a, if you exhibit any qualities that he had, I don't want you. So anybody who remotely looks, addresses, acts, any mannerisms, name starts with the M, phone number has the same zip code, you're like, no, like you are definitely, but he's a block for you. But they're saying, like, I do feel the light flutters of a relationship coming 2 to 3 months, but you really do have to work through this animosity that you have for him. Like, I feel like if you had a dart board, his face would be on the picture just every day. Just, if you can let go of that hatred, that anger, that animosity, 2 to 3 months, someone will come. Because I feel like butterflies, but they're so faint because they're so in the distance, because you won't allow the energy to come in. So that's what I feel.
I got the 2 months too. Not surprised there. 2 months there. And this person's going to be different. They have to be different, but you have to find change. This is a death card. The death card tells you it's not death, it's not dying, it's change. You have to do some changing, getting ready for this. You cannot go into a new relationship in your present way. You have got to be new. You got to be reborn. You got to recycle yourself. You've got to find a better way to handle your experiences, your past experiences, and the way in which you also handle people because of those, like Angie was saying. So again, you've got to find a new way to do it. You got to do that. Otherwise, you're doomed to kill this relationship, and that would not work as well for you. You've got to do some self-work. That's what's necessary. And so if I were you, I would start working on this. I would also understand that you can't own everything that happened in the relationship. You can't own it. It's not you. It's not him. The reality is that some of the things happened, and yeah, you could have done differently, but you didn't. But there's a time where you let it go. You've got to just let it go and move on. You got to let him go and move on. Let him, put him to peace. The next full moon, this is what I would ask you to do. The next full moon, I need you to take out a piece of paper, and I need you to tear it in half. And I want 2 long sections. On one section, I want you to list all the good stuff, the things that you want coming into your life. Not the things that are there now, the things you want coming into your life. I want you to list them out. And on the other piece of paper, I want you to list the things that you need out of your life. When the full moon happens, the evening of that full moon, remember the full moon, on the full moon is the only time the moon is in the air from sunup to sundown, sundown to sunup. So it is the only one day that happens. You have an entire long hours to get this done. So I don't want to hear any excuses. And everybody follow this too. This is great advice for everybody. Write down the negatives on one side, the positives on the other. The positives on the other, fold it up, put it away. And do this before the full moon. And then for like 2 or 3 days, make sure you're embracing the good stuff and say, these are the things that are coming in my life, and repeat them a few times before the full moon. The day of the full moon, though, the evening of the full moon, take that list, the bad list, the naughty, naughty and nice list, right? Take the naughty list, and you're going to fold it up, and you're going to make sure it's long or whatever the easiest thing to do. And then you're going to burn that damn thing. You're going to set it on fire, and you're going to say, with this list and smoke goes this. I'm sending it back to the universe. And you are going to speak, not think, speak those words, and say it over and over again as the thing burns. Make sure it burns completely. And once it's burnt, make sure that you take it and make sure it's on the ground someplace, and you can push it back into the earth. Let it go back to the earth. Let the smoke go back to the universe where it belongs. These are things you don't want. So you don't want remnants of it. So again, you want that paper that crumbles, let them go back to the earth, let it absolve them, dissolve them, let it suck them back in, and let that negative energy go with the smoke. And say that, with the smoke and this list goes whatever with this full moon. Make sure you do that. When you do that, you will clear yourself in a way that you have not seen in a long time. And if on that same day you want to, if you get the notion to go light some sage and run around the house. I remember the first time I did it that my son could remember, and he walked in and said, "Dad, someone's smoking weed in the house." But it was not weed, it was sage. So sage the house, go get some sage. Most places sell it, light it up. And dry sage, this says dry sage, and then walk it around every wall of the house, all around the inside of the house, and so forth. And do this for yourself. When you do this, you will give yourself an opportunity to let it go in a great way.
While you're waiting on the full moon, can you ask, because the new moon is Monday, can you ask how to let go of this animosity? Everything that concerns even you letting go of him, you do it in such anger. Before you even said you were on the app, I just saw this. Looks like him, eyes like him. Like, I feel like you overlay his face on every person you see. Nope, 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 nope. And you're just viciously just get it. So I feel like you need to ask spirit on this new moon that's coming. How do I let go of this animosity so that I can release him? How do I get over that? Like, I know you want to set your intentions for releasing him and release all the things, but how do I get rid of the animosity? That's the first thing you need to do, is get rid of that animosity. So while you're waiting on the full moon, in this new moon energies, ask, how do I get rid of this animosity so that I can release him at the full moon? Like, you really need to work on that. And yeah, I feel the thunder. I feel the animosity. Like, it's heat. Like, if he was to walk in front of you, you'd hit the gas. So I'm just saying, please ask spirit how to get rid of the animosity. And I totally understand, believe me. But I'm just ask spirit, how do I release this animosity so that I can move forward, and then I can set my intentions in a peaceful state and not in such anger. But that's all I see.
My mic muted. Sorry about that. I had my mic muted. Good night, Angel Eyes. Nice that you popped in. And again, I hope things go well for you on Monday, and that is a respectful and quality service for you and your family. We'll keep you in our prayers and keep us abreast as things continue with you.
I will send you energy, most definitely. Monday, correct? Yes.
Yes, Monday. Mm-hmm. And then next we have, for anybody who asks, Angel Eyes Creating Balance and Jojo are family, and they came in earlier, and their father, Angel Eyes' father passed, Jojo and Creating Balance's grandfather passed. And so we were talking to them about that. That's what we were talking about. Again, our prayers are with them. Next is Wai Jing, is it? And it's love reading. Angie likes those. So I'm gonna let Angie take off first on that one.
What is it? I would like to get a love and career reading. Okay.
You're welcome, Rosa. Absolutely. Call me Jing. Okay, we can do that.
Oh, okay.
Jing, you've been here before, right? Because I think I wrecked the name last 2 times you've been here.
You know what? I get a good feeling on this. I feel like love is calling you, but your career is kind of like your priority, or you're placing career above love. Like, I clearly heard love is calling you, but you are not answering. You're letting career, like, I need to be focused. I need to, like you're very, like, they're showing me the 4 of coins, which is the person who's very much focused on money. You that is your focus right now. So it isn't that you don't have suitors, you're not giving them the attention. So I don't want to tell you to take your focus off of career, but balance. A little bit of balance. Oh my gosh, this is a good love reading. I like this. Like, I feel like you're very strict. If it's going to impede on your work life, it's going to impede on your career in any way, you're like, no. Like, you just kind of like, But I do feel like love has been calling you. Suitors have been calling you. That is Spirit's words, not mine. Suitors have been calling you, have been trying, like, people have been trying to get your attention, but you're focused. Like, they're showing me like blinders like this, and the only thing you see is your career and making money and maybe getting, like, I feel like you're trying to get out of a situation or get out of a lifestyle, like you want to go to a higher level. And so everything is focused on getting you to that higher level. And love just, for you, love just isn't going to pay the bills, basically, is how they're saying it. And you're asking about love, but you're not serious about love. You're serious about this. And if love happens to happen along the way, fine. But I don't see any specific person. Don, do you see anything? But I do see that career is your focus.
You know, I don't see. I see, if anything, that this is not the time for a relationship. I just don't see that is compatible with the situation at the moment. I also see a promotion coming. Are you expecting a promotion? Are you expecting a change in, like, maybe with the same company but a lateral move or a step up and move, something like that? I'm seeing some kind of advancement for you. I see that something is coming, and I'm saying within like 4 months. I'm seeing this advancement of some kind. Are you expecting a promotion or expecting a raise? And again, I don't think it's only a raise. I think it's a promotion. I think it's something that is something you've been working toward. I think that you've made it very clear to other people, and you're not overly ambitious, but you're ambitious enough for them to know this. And I'm getting the feeling that you're going to be seeing a promotion. And again, otherwise I would say you're moving out to another job, but I really don't sense that as much as I sense that, again, it's a promotion. It's an acknowledgement. That's the key, is it's an acknowledgement. So to me, think of the word acknowledgement. Again, it's promotion, acknowledging the work you've done. So I don't know what you're expecting, but I don't be surprised if you see something in the next few months.
I definitely felt higher, like you want to move up in status or move up out of a certain lifestyle. Yeah. Like maybe you're here and you want to go up. She says she is currently in a relationship. I feel like you I feel like you've had a discussion where you're either building with me or I'm going to leave you behind. Like this person may be a little bit too romantically inclined, and you're like, look, we need to make this money together. We're either going to build an empire together or I'm going to build it by myself. So you don't dislike this person, but you wish that this person was more focused like you are on money, on career, on going to a higher status. Like, yeah. I feel like you're a very smart person. Like I do get very intellectual. I get that you're a very hard worker and that you are trying to elevate. Like that is very important for you, like moving to the next level. And this person doesn't seem to have the dedication that you have to it.
And are you dealing with people? Is your position something with dealing with people, like a customer service type situation, customer care, kind of counseling or service, or are you in the tech field? I mean, I'm getting this. She said
kind of hybrid. Her business partner is her boyfriend. She didn't say. So Don said, "Are you in customer service or tech?"
I'm getting
or like something like that.
A hybrid between the two. Like there's something about this, like app building or program building or something like that. And if not, I wouldn't be surprised.
She's working two jobs. Like I definitely see an imbalance. They're showing me the 6. You give a lot more than you're getting back, but it's the financial part of it that you're putting more into. And this person you want more of a leader. Is how I feel. And this person just isn't matching your hustle, and that's their word. They're not matching your stride, what you're doing. Like you're leaps and bounds ahead, and then you have to wait for this person to catch up. And you're like, come on, like I'm pulling you along. I'm pulling your weight and my weight. And I don't want to say you dislike this person, but your feelings are dwindling. She said, what's the outcome? Did you tell us whether you're in tech or if you're in, or is it both? You said I'm working 2 jobs. So is it tech and customer service? What's the outcome? I do feel like it's like your tolerance for this person is dwindling. And
something's got to give. Something's got to give.
Basically.
I'll just put it that way.
She said car wash business. Customer service. That to me, that like if you're washing, that's customer service. Okay. But you are a very hard working person. And and you are frustrated, and your tolerance is not going to like Don said, something has to give. So
Exactly. Hopefully it helps you, Jing, and let us know. Keep us abreast. Let us know how things develop with you. Appreciate you stopping by, and appreciate your patience. We had a long list tonight.
she's
That's
doing
for sure.
everything.
Beautiful Chills, you are next. And welcome, Rajat Goyal. Welcome. The list is closed at this point. I don't think you made the list. So I think that unfortunately we won't be able to give you the list. We've been on now for 3 hours and 13 minutes. So it's getting time where we only have a few more to go, and we're not.
But I love it. Oh my God. I get it, but it is late. We do have to go, people.
Exactly. Oh, actually, this is the last one, isn't it? This one is the last one. Number 28.
Kena said yes. She's tired of whipping the chain.
Exactly. 3
Ready to
hours
whip.
and 3 hours and 14 minutes. So appreciate the Raja. You can come back next week about the same, well, not the same time, earlier, and catch up with us, and we'll be doing the readings as well. So with that
Jing,
said,
no. Jing asks, would this person be moving up with her? No. I feel like you've been years of working hard at this, and this person you've been pulling this person along. So I don't feel like this person is going to take it as serious as you are. So you're either going to have to separate your assets and move on, or just remain in the frustration. But you'll figure it out. Like, your career is probably going to outdrive your love.
exactly. Next and last is Beautiful Chills. What does my brother want me to know right now? I lost him back in May. I feel him with me every day.
Was he a big brother? Like, I immediately felt like a protection. Like, if it was raining or it was something coming or anything, like, he would cover you. Like, I get a very much protective thing. I am also teary. Like, you miss him a lot, a lot. Very emotional, very strong emotion tied to your brother. Like, you felt like this was your best friend. Like, you got along, it seems to me, very well. Like, there's a very loving feeling. So there, like, it seems more of a parent-child relationship um than a sister-brother. Like, yeah, she said he was younger, but he was protected. Okay. So it feels more like a parent-child relationship as far as the protection. And you seem to miss him a lot. Was it a sudden thing? Like, I feel, yeah, I got sudden that it was like that. And you are really remorseful. Like, I just saw him, or I just this, I just, like, you just keep saying that. I just, because you can't believe that he's gone. She said, yes, unexpected.
No closure.
You can go ahead, because I'm going to see if he's here or if he's trying to come through.
Yeah, I sensed no closure, and that's part of the problem, is that feeling of no closure.
Oh.
Was it an accidental death situation? Was it dealing with substances? So I'm not getting.
Like, I keep hearing, I just talked to him, I just saw him, I just told him. Like you're very remorseful. Like, maybe you feel like you should have done more, or you could have done more.
That's what I was getting.
Could have been because of his drinking.
Could have done, should more. Could have done, should have done more, is what I was getting. And the reality is, you couldn't have done more, and you could not have done more. You did all that you can. So yeah, no, I was getting.
Do you wonder if he blames you? Like maybe you should have. Like, do you think that he thinks that you should have done more? I hear no, he does not blame you. I get like a short brown color hair, medium build. jolly kind of person. Had a catchphrase that people would know, like if you said it, people would know this is what he said. Friendly, personable, like people would like him. He does not blame you. I don't feel like he does blame you.
What's
you
up with
wonder
his
if he
feet?
loves you? Go ahead, Don.
No, I was gonna say, what's up with his feet? There's like tennis shoes or something. Is there something that he wore a specific pair of tennis shoes, or he wore something that it just kind of every time people just that was his thing. Is there something like
Yeah.
that? That's what I'm getting. It's like his thing.
Like there were so many things he was known for, a catchphrase, shoes, something. Like if you mentioned those things, they would know that that's him. I feel like I hear him saying, I love her. I loved her. Like, you know, he does not blame you. You wonder if he loved you. Or no, you do not wonder if he loved you. There's something about love that you're questioning, though. Whether he knew. He used to wear orthotics as a child on his feet. That's what she just said. I get an overall loving, warm, good energy from him. Just a fun loving guy, like jolly. Like I really get that. He would make you laugh. He would make you feel better. But I feel like he had his own addictions. Like they're showing me the devil card or the demon, you know, like he had his, and the words they said was demons. I said addictions. He had his own demons. He had his own things that he was dealing with. And you are wondering, could you have been more? Like I feel like you had your own personal life, your own career and all this stuff, and maybe you weren't in his life as much as you wanted to, or you couldn't come to his rescue as often as you wanted to. And so you wonder if he thought you should have or could have done more. But no, he does not blame you. He says he loves you. Like I clearly hear, I loved her or I love her.
Who's the other sibling? Who's the other sibling? Is it another brother? Is it an older brother, older than him? Because I'm getting a second sibling. I'm getting a sibling, not just the two of you. There's another sibling there, and it's a brother. What's the brother energy there coming through? Why would the brother be coming in, and why would he want us to think about the brother? Is the brother taking this very hard as well? Is the brother kind of withdrawn from the family? There's something going on here. I'm getting another male energy that's stepped in, that is kind of in between, and kind of and again, that brother hasn't passed. That brother's still here, or that I don't think it's a sister though. If it is a sister, then it's a very aggressive, very strong.
They were
we were both
adopted.
Okay, yeah, because I'm getting this another brother energy, and that brother energy is coming through very strong, and it's like there's something about that, and I don't know what it is. I wonder if he had a brother, and a biological brother, before he was adopted, and if that biological brother, if they share the same addictions, I guess you would say, the same compulsions. There's something about another brother. That's all I'm getting, is another brother.
Or does he want you to interact with this other brother? I don't know.
If you even knew of one, but I'm definitely getting another brother energy. Yeah.
But I do feel love. I feel he's at peace, because you wonder if he's at peace, if he's okay. I feel love. I feel peace. I feel genuine good feelings. I don't feel any kind of sadness. Like,
yeah, me neither.
Lay my burdens down type thing. Like I lay my burdens down. Definitely.
Yep, very restful.
Yep.
And actually, it's I get the feeling that it's the most peaceful he's been in a long time. He was fighting demons, and that he's at a much more peaceful place now.
You said it wasn't his time to go. He wasn't ready. If his assignment was done, that he came to Earth to do, then spirit decides when it's their time to go or not to go. I feel like he was at peace with it. I do feel like it was unexpected, but I felt like he's at peace with it now. Like, I've done whatever it is that I came here to do, and now it's time for me to move on to the next realm. But I do feel like I hear whispers in your ear, but do you hear songs? Like, I feel like there's a heavy metal song. Was he into heavy metal or some kind of rock music or something like that? Like, there's a song that reminds you of him. Like, I feel like Guitar Hero or something like that. There is music that reminds you of him that maybe you two shared, or that you hear it and it instantly makes you think of him. So I do feel like his presence is around you, but you're so sorrowful you don't recognize it. And that's all I get.
Well, just know that he's happy where he is. He's found peace, and he would want you to find peace and move on as well. Know that you could have done nothing differently, that this would not have had a different outcome when Spirit says it's time, it's time.
Oh, Don, what was the song you heard? Phil Collins?
Take a look at me now.
He said he loved music. His favorite is Phil Collins.
Mm-hmm. That song, Take a Look at Me Now. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. And he loved rap. Like, I feel like there's certain songs that you hear and you know that it's him, or it reminds you of him, or you smile. The reason we're so hype about the Phil Collins song is because of the radio thing that Don told her earlier about the radio station changing, and the Phil Collins song came up, and now you're saying, so to me, that's synchronicity. But he, wait, Take a Look at Me Now. Was that a song that he liked? Because she said yes. Oh my gosh. But there are songs that remind you of him, and you like just listen to those songs and enjoy it. You don't want to listen to them because you're still so remorseful. Like we tell other people, you have to walk through that remorse to get to that joy. So you replace that remorseful feeling with a joyous feeling. I hear this song, it doesn't make me sad. It makes me joyous because this was a song that made him happy, or this is a song that we danced to, or this is a song that we rapped to, or this is a song that he loved. Or when I hear this song, I see or hear him singing it. Like, you have to walk through that negativity or that remorse or that sadness to get to the other side, to the other emotion. But that's all I have.
Well, hopefully it helps you, Buddha. Most importantly, know again that he is at peace, and that he loves, and he came. I would say he came back to us, and he came back to make sure that you understood that he is in a good place, and that you don't have to feel anything but love and glad for him, because he's better off now than he's been in a long time. That's the one message that came through to me very clearly. He's better off now.
Pay attention to your dreams tonight. I hear that clearly. Pay attention to your dreams tonight.
Yep, get your journal out, put it beside your bed, because when you wake up in the morning, you're going to want it. Before you go to bed tonight, beautiful chills, one other thing to do is tell Spirit, even if you don't believe in what I'm telling you, try it anyway. Tell Spirit, I want to remember tomorrow what I dreamed tonight. Say it three or four times. Say it out loud. Speak it out loud. Your spirit guides need to hear it. Say it, and don't be surprised in the morning you'll remember the dreams. And also,
but have the paper by your bed, because if you don't, you're gonna forget them just like that. So as soon as you wake up, write it down, even if it makes no sense. One word, a phrase, whatever it is, just write it. It'll make sense later. But don't get up and be like, oh, let me go get some water. Let me go. Immediately write it down.
Exactly. Yep. And the images too. Don't if you have a symbol pops up, make sure you notate that symbol. Make sure that if you have a few symbols and they pop up in different successions, make sure you understand that succession. Those successions are important. So make sure you have that. So do that tonight and be surprised what you may find tomorrow. And most importantly, do the affirmations that we talked about for the new moon when it comes, and full moon when it comes. There are some for the new moon too, by the way. You can do some for the new moon, but the new moon energy is not quite as strong because, again, it is a new moon. But you can do it. You can try those. They just don't seem to have the energy. And with that said, we are going to close this out. It's been 3 hours and 27 minutes and 38 seconds. So we have had a long night of it, and it's been a fascinating night. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Thank you, Angie, again, for joining me. It has been wonderful, to say the least. And
We enjoyed every last one of your questions. It was nice. I enjoyed it. But I
Yeah.
always have a great time with Don. Like the Wednesdays are one of my favorite days of the week because I know we're gonna come on here, and I just love interacting with everyone and talking to everyone and
Oh,
just
she says, can you repeat the dream remembering thing again? The thing to do is most importantly, speak it verbally, speak it is, I want to remember tomorrow what my dreams were tonight. I want to remember tomorrow what my dreams are tonight. Say it 3 or 4 times, speak it clearly, speak it to the universe. Your spirit guides will hear it. Additionally, have a piece of paper and a pen beside your bed. So in the morning when you wake up, that memory is still there. And then you're going to write down everything that you experienced, every logo, every symbol, every word that seemed important. And if you have symbols that pop up in succession, remember the succession, because sometimes the succession is equally important because it's how they lay together that can tell you the story. So that is so important. And write them down. And then if they don't make sense initially, come back, leave it there and come back to it. And over the day or over 2 days, when you come back, all of a sudden you'll see it's amazing. It's like magical. And all of a sudden things start moving around and boom, all of a sudden you're like, wow, that's what this meant. That's what we're talking about. Absolutely. And then the second thing we talked about with the full moon, not the new moon, but the full moon. With the full moon, 2 pieces of paper, 1 piece of paper divided in half, however you want to do it. One's going to be affirmations of good stuff, things you want to come into your life. You're going to write them down and you're going to focus on them for a few days before. The thing that you do the day of the full moon, you're going to write down the negative stuff on 1 piece of paper, and you are going to fold it up during the full moon in the evening when the full moon is up and you can see it. You're going to light it on fire in a very safe place. Let it burn. And as it burns, you're going to speak each of the things you said. So anything that you wrote on that piece of paper, with this full moon and this smoke goes this out of my life. With this full moon and smoke goes this out of my life. And burn that piece of paper and let those things go. Let them gone. Once it's done, make sure that paper is put to the ground so the crumbles go back to the ground where they came from. We don't want them anymore. And the smoke goes to the universe. You didn't want that anymore either. You want them out of your life. Speak the words. While you're burning it, speak the words. If you do not speak the words, what can you ask universe if you don't speak them? You know? So speak.
and also while you're waiting on the full what do you do with the positive stuff?
You keep them and you keep and hold them until the next full moon. The next full moon, you can dispose them or whatever, but keep them for an entire full moon cycle.
You can also, oh gosh, what was I gonna say about that list? Dang it. Oh, like if you don't know what to put on your list or you think your list is too long or you don't understand your list, you can, while you're waiting on the full moon, you can ask Spirit to help you to form your list. What is it that I need to let go? Help me to identify the things that I need to let go of. You probably know all the things that you want. You can ask Spirit to help you organize those things. And then you can also say, what is it that I need to let go? Because maybe you think you need to let go of this. Spirit may say you need to let go of this. Also, if you forget to tell Spirit, oh, I want to remember my dreams in the morning. I want to remember my dreams. Sometimes I wake up and say, was there anything in that dream that I needed to remember? And then they'll bring it back to my memory at that time. Because I don't always remember when I go to sleep. I'm usually watching TV or doing something. So I don't always remember to say that. But when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I'll say, was there anything in there that I needed to remember? Was there anything significant? And then, like, if you really are having a hard time interpreting your dreams and it's been a couple of days, you can always come back and ask us and we can try to help you figure it out. Like a lot of things mean things to us that may mean something different to you.
Right. And also this whole evening, this whole series of readings is recorded. And if you go back to YouTube, either Angie or my YouTube or Angie or my Facebook, or if you go to Twitch, you will find this recording, and this recording will be there. So you can go back and play it and find that information.
But Don, didn't you do a video on the new moon thing? Didn't you do that on
Yep, I did.
Yeah, Don did a video on Sonoran Mystic Tarot where he explains this, and the whole video is dedicated to that. So if you don't want to come back here and walk through it, but just go to Sonoran Mystic Tarot on YouTube, and then there's a video that talks about full moon intentions and full moon rituals. So you can go and back and watch that too.
Absolutely. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot.
I did.
And Jojo, good night again. Prayers to
Good
you
night.
and your family, Jojo.
You're
And
definitely in our prayers, and let us know. Like, we're serious. We do want to know how things work out.
absolutely. With that, everybody, good night. Angie, again, thank you so much. Keena, I know you're gone already, but thank you, thank you, thank you. You helped make this a smoother process, and we love it. We love it. Thank you, Keena. With that said, and thank you, the retrograde gods who gave us the technical nightmares at first. We defeated you. We won because we got on here and we gave wonderful readings to people who really wanted to hear them. And that's wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. We will talk later. Bye, Angie.
Bye.